Typing up a storm over there. So we're live.
No, we're not.
Yes. We are.
All right. What's good, Bulls fans and Hornets, and welcome back to a special live edition to the Horns Over Hoops podcast. We are your hosts for the evening. The full crew. Sal Bass, Scott Berman, and Dan Gracie are all in the house today. What's going on, fellas?
Sir. Scott.
Oh, hello. How's it going, guys?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
We got a great show for you guys tonight. We have the second half of our predictions with the Eastern Conference standings and who we think everyone will end up, what place they'll end up. We got some Bulls news. We got some Giddy news. And we got some more fan-incorporated content. So if you're ready to do this, let's jump right in. We'll see you guys in a second.
From Chicago streets to the courts beat, South Scott Dan on the podcast seat. Bulls breaking news, talking stats and views. Every player, every play, we never lose. Horns over hoops, we're the Bulls troop. From game analysis to fan scoop.
Yes, sir.
That gets me every time, dude. I love that thing. I'm telling you, that fires me up. But anyway, welcome all, welcome everybody to a little show that we like to call the Horns Over Hoops podcast. We are your hosts, as we mentioned earlier, Sal Bass, Scott Berman, and Dan Gracie. Fellas, we are live. Scott Berman, welcome to live.
Oh, thanks, guys. I was horse-assing around last time.
Yeah, you were.
I was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. What were you doing in Pittsburgh?
I was there for work. We had to install some demo equipment for some different hospitals to come look at. So yeah, I was in Pittsburgh. It's an awesome town.
Absolutely. Chat, welcome in. If you're joining us for the first time, do us a favor and give us a sub on YouTube and all our socials. Really help us out. Suze, what's going on? Look at that.
To record the intro song.
I mean, hey, we could try to record the intro song ourselves.
Yeah, we should. We should all just look like we're in the studio singing it. Even though
we're actually going to be doing it though. No, we're going to be doing it.
Ramon, season opener. Yes, sir. And Q, our boy Q is in the chat. He's locked and ready to go. And Sue's asked petition for Dan, Sal, and Scott to record the intro song. We'll see about that. About that.
We're going to do it. It's going to be in the new metal theme.
Anything Juice is already signing the petition.
So it's guitars and scratches from the record.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome everybody. So we are recording finally under our own name. We do have a good show for you guys tonight. Scott, you missed our Western Conference standing. So real quick before we get into it, you don't have to go through the whole list, but who do you got as your top 4 teams in the West?
Oklahoma City. I actually think that they're going to win the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
They were so close last year.
Yeah.
So them. Probably the T-Wolves.
Okay.
I know they got Randall, but guys hurt all the time, so who knows how that's going to be.
Yeah.
But I think they're a really good team. Dallas.
Yep.
And then
What? Like Denver?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and Denver. I don't know how I even forgot about them.
It's like, why are you looking up? It should be Denver.
Yeah.
Denver is a top 4 team.
Real quick, you mentioned the Timberwolves. Me and Dan were trying to make sense of the New York and Timberwolves trade for Cat. What did you think of that?
It was a fantastic trade for the Knicks,
Yeah.
and I think it wasn't a bad trade for either team.
No.
I think Cat was kind of holding back the T-Wolves because part of his issue is he takes too many dumb threes.
Right.
Oh, it's kind of like Vooch.
Yeah, exactly. But
No.
I think he'll be good on the T-Wolves or Cat will be good on the Knicks because I think Tibbs will tell him to cut this shit out.
Yeah.
And start playing down low. And they need a big man that can stay healthy. I know they have Mitchell Robinson, but if they have two big men that can stay healthy, they're going to be something to reckon with.
Yeah. Yeah. Scott, Ramon said no Suns. Come on, man. Like, I'm the one who said that the Suns are going to do something this year. None of you guys are on board with me.
Shit. No.
Grayson Allen is on that team. I do not respect them.
No,
Ramon,
I hope you can understand.
The Suns are fine. It's just, I just don't think Booker and KD work together.
It's like too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing.
Yeah. That's a lot of ball dominant players right there. Everybody needs the ball in their hand. But
yeah,
they did just get Mike Budenholzer. The man is a world champion, because we call it world champion. He is a world champion head coach. So
I think that was a good move.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're a top 4 team. They're not better than Denver. They're not better than the T-Wolves. They're not better than Dallas. Actually, who knows about Dallas, because Klay Thompson is a shell of himself, and he's going to shoot them out of games. No,
really?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I feel like maybe Clay, like this will be like a breath of fresh air for him.
He'll be a good bench player coming off the bench. That's where he needs to be. He should not be starting. But we'll see about that.
Yeah. Rob, how long in this new club before some of these super teams start blowing it up? I'm guessing that's a great question, because we are kind of seeing the reemergence of the super teams again. You know, we did kind of get wind of it when we heard that like KD, LeBron, and Steph all want to play together. So 2 to 3, yeah, that's a great guess. And the Suns just don't seem like they have a real team chemistry. That's more or less what we're trying to get at. That's like 100%.
Like they have a lot of talent, but it just seems like they're still trying to figure everything out together.
Right. And this thing, like we said, the Suns are not a bad team. They were 6th last year, and that was with a few injuries. I mean, I think that team never really played. They're kind of like the Brooklyn Nets. Remember when Brooklyn Nets had like James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and KD, and they really never all played at the same time, kind of like that. So if that team can stay healthy, I do think they'll do a lot better than the 6th overall seed. That's for sure. So, but fellas, it is opening day. Our Chicago Bulls did not get the opening day game. Thoughts and predictions on who's winning today's games?
Who's playing? I know New York is playing
The Sixers.
Sixers?
New York will win, and so will the T-Wolves.
Who are the T-Wolves playing?
Who are
The Lakers.
The Lakers? Yeah. Then the Celtics will win in Lakers. Yeah.
The Celtics are not playing.
It's the T-Wolves and Lakers and
the Knicks
and
Celtics.
Then my
The
mistake.
Celtics
Okay.
at 6:30.
then the Celtics will win the first game.
I'm looking at the wrong day.
Yeah.
Read a book.
Or look at the internet page, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. How bad do you think that the Lakers are going to lose tonight?
I don't think they're going to lose by a lot, but I just don't think they're that good of a team. And also, I think they're going to try to play Bronny a little too much.
Yeah.
I don't trust JJ. He's not a good coach. He's not going to be a good coach. He'll be fired midway through the season.
Didn't Bronny have like a decent game the other day?
Yeah, against like third string players.
Oh, is that who was?
Don't get Scott Berman on Bronny again.
No. I just saw the stat sheet and I was like, oh,
he did have a good game. He scored like 16 points, but
yeah,
he's gonna do that randomly. But once you start playing actual NBA players,
right,
he's not going to do anything. That's what was the first couple games. He's playing actual NBA players.
Was that
He
the
needs
game
to
that
be
he,
down
like,
in the G League. Like,
yeah,
they really, if they were smart, they would keep him up for like a week or so, see how he does. If he's struggling, send him down.
makes sense.
Bro,
Yeah,
there's no way
get
they're
that
gonna
stigma
send
out of the
down
way
with
of him
LeBron.
playing with LeBron. Have him play the first couple games, and then just for the sake of that player's development, send him down and let him learn. You know, and by no means are we Bronny James haters. We just feel like that poor kid got suckered into coming out way earlier than he needed to, and it's going to transcend. It's going to translate to a failed career if they don't play their cards right. So I feel bad for him, really.
I mean, yeah, the league's gonna eat him alive.
Yeah. All right, Q. We got what does Q got? The starters were for some reason for some of those minutes, but still, I don't think he'll be a great player. No, honestly, no. I think he'll stay in the league strictly because of his name. Definitely not skill wise. He may develop into a solid role player, that 9/10 guy. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
But for the sake of that kid's development, he really needs to start some games in the G League and get his feet wet that way. So, Scott Berman, I just now remember the question I was supposed to ask you.
Okay.
So, Dan answered this the last question. I got a Hornsmore for you right at the beginning of the show. We're kicking it off with a Hornsmore. Okay, 'tis the season. Okay, I'm in the holiday spirit. What is your top 5 best Halloween candies? And actually, chat, throw your top 5 in the chat and see if they're the same.
Number 1 will be any sort of peanut butter cup. They do that pumpkin peanut butter cup this time of year, so probably those. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Take 5 bars.
Ooh,
I forgot about Take 5 bars. Too.
Yeah.
100 grand? 100 grand?
No, I wasn't a 100 grand kind of guy. You know what I was? A Mr. Good bar. Suck it, Sal.
Yeah.
I heard you give a damn shit about that.
okay. I didn't dislike.
I felt like an
Mr.
old
Goodbar.
man saying
Just
that
an
shit.
old
Yeah.
man's candy.
It is an old
and
man's
it's delicious.
candy.
Yeah.
First time I had it
and-
was from my parents. Guess what? They're old.
Yeah. I agree with Let's Talk Bulls. Paydays. Great.
Paydays are fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Paydays are good. Paydays are good.
So those.
Well,
What-
Baby
what
Ruths.
else?
How do you feel about Baby Ruths?
No.
No.
I do. This is gonna throw you guys for a loop. I like Almond
Okay.
Joys.
Dude, okay, finally some respect around this place. I told Alejandro, which if he's listening, what's up, Alejandro? I told him that my top candy of all time was Almond Joy. It's
not
fantastic.
a top candy. It's good, but it's not a top candy.
It is a number 1 candy. Side note: has any of you ever had a Zero bar?
A big fan of baked potatoes from that guy.
Bro,
We were
were
talking
they
about
baked? Were they baked potatoes?
They were baked potatoes. It was super weird.
I felt like they were raw potatoes. Just like, here's a potato and here's a pamphlet about this
Jesus.
satanic holiday.
Here's a pamphlet about how Halloween's weird and Jesus.
Say, old man candy is amazing. That's why it's lasted so long. Give some orange slices, and I'm a happy cat. Dude, I forgot about orange slices. Those are good. Yeah.
Those little,
Wait, you talking about like the
strawberry?
chocolate orange? Like the one you get at Christmas?
No, those are phenomenal, by the way. I just
I've
had
never
that for the
had
first time last year.
I've never had one.
You've never
What's-
had one?
I'm gonna get you.
You've
one.
never
You're gonna
had
love 'em. It's
I
the
don't like
orange that
oranges.
you slam on the.
I know what it is. I know
Yeah,
what it
they're
is.
great.
They're
I don't like
fantastic.
oranges, so
Oh, how do
something's wrong
you,
with you.
hold on.
But
How do
it's
you not
chocolate
like
orange.
oranges?
I just don't like oranges.
Like the fruit or anything orange flavored?
The fruit. It's a texture thing.
Oh, what about like flavored?
I mean, I have to be in the mood for, like, I love orange soda.
Of course you do, Cal.
Kel
Yeah.
loves orange soda.
Who
That's
loves
a
orange soda?
Chat, who remembers Keenan and Kel? Like the best Nickelodeon show of all time. Actually based in Chicago too, so. And had Coolio. Probably one of the coolest intros of a TV show of all time.
I think it was the coolest.
That, oh no, you forgot all that.
I mean, all that was all right, but
Anyways, fellas. Let's
Anyways.
not disrespect Almond Joy.
Basketball.
But anyway, guys, did you see that? Throwing it back to our Bulls, we have a couple pieces of news here about the Bulls. Number one being that THT got signed and filled that final roster spot for us. What do you think of that signing?
That was a good move.
Did he impress you in preseason or?
I wouldn't say he impressed me. I felt like he just did what he's always does, you know?
Yeah.
Like he just plays THT basketball. Like, I don't know.
Scott.
Thought on what? Was he on the
He was on
the
Lakers
Nuggets?
and the Lakers.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I saw that on those two teams. I saw it here. I'm just like, hey, why not?
And the guy's got like some like aggressive play. He's very confident in his play, and I think that's something that we need. I'm hoping he can develop into that, like, what's his name? I hope he can develop into like that Javante Green type player. Yeah, where he's just that.
I don't.
No,
I don't think he's gonna be like Javante Green.
No.
Well, just like I'm just picturing like with like Javante was so athletic and everything, and there's like 5 Javantes out there. I feel like there's gonna be like tops like I don't know 3 THTs out there.
All right, Scott, did you like THT?
He looked good, but the problem is he's not going to play. He might get maybe 5 minutes a game. There's not really a spot for him. We have so many guards that it really didn't matter.
Yeah. Well, Billy's probably going to play him at the 4.
Is he?
No, I don't know. No one Billy.
But he looked good. He was decent on the Lakers. They chose him over Caruso, so the Lakers saw something in him, and he was a decent player. But I just don't think he's going to get that many minutes on our team.
No. I think that's going to be accurate. I mean, those minutes he does play, I think he'll take full advantage of it. Would you see him back?
Absolutely.
Minutes? Like, do you think like he's going to be battling with Dalen, with Julian, or do you think he's going to get play time above them, or what do you think?
He'll probably be fighting Terry.
I don't think Terry's going to get any minutes either.
Well, that's why if he's fighting someone for minutes, it's going to be Terry. I think Phillips has earned his minutes, you know.
Yeah.
And Terry, I feel like Terry has been fighting for his minutes since he got into the NBA.
Yeah.
Like we never see any consistent.
And Q again hits it on the nose. THT looked good. I didn't expect him to get to the rim so well. That's the big thing right there. Is he had kind of I don't want to say like an inside outside game. He found his way to get to the rim. He was hitting outside shots. The man was just playing with like the biggest NBA bag. It was good. His confidence was sky high, and I think that's exactly what he needed. And then Rob said, GM to GM, game to game minutes will change. If the 1 through 10 team struggles, then they will try the 10, 11, and 15. Yeah. Honestly, why not? At this point, like, it's pretty much well known that nobody knows how this Bulls season is going to translate into. Are we going to make a full push and try to get into the playoffs? Are we going to try to, I'm not going to say tank, but are we going to try to get that pick back from San Antonio? Who knows? So honestly, at this point, sure, throw whatever you can get out there. And he adds by saying Vooch should have been playing 4-minute stints last year. Finally, they'll be snubbing him out here to get. Yeah, okay. I'm glad that somebody mentioned Vooch so early because I was a big fan of Jalen Smith in the preseason. Jalen Smith looked absolutely incredible. His hustle to grab rebounds, which is something that I'd never seen Vooch do on our team. And just his outside shot, his way to get to the cup. Like I really like Jalen Smith. He caught a couple alley-oops too. So really looking forward to him. But yeah, so we'll see. I think that THT will have a decent season. But moving on to like the big news, the big news, and that is the Chicago Bulls and Josh Giddey failed to come up with a contract extension. So what do you make of that, fellas?
I think it's good.
Yeah, there's no reason he should have got one. He hasn't proven himself.
Yeah.
Bingo.
What have you done?
Bingo.
Not much.
Bingo. So now, do you think that? Here's the thing. Do you think that he didn't get one because of the reasons you said, Or do you think his asking price was high? Because he was asking for a price tag of about $30 million.
No, that seems reasonable for kind of that class.
Okay.
But he didn't get it because, again, he had a bad year last year.
Right.
He did not do that well during preseason. Like, he had a game where he was like 1 for 16. So
didn't he have a game where he missed like 3 or 4 like wide open layups?
Yeah,
like why?
Just let him. We'll see what happens if he starts playing well mid-season. I guarantee they try to re-sign him, but right now it just, who knows?
Yeah, save your money.
Yeah, just let him. He has to prove himself.
I'm going to give you guys the most Chicago Bulls move that we're ever going to make. Chat, you chime in if you think this is an absolutely spot-on Bulls move. This is what we're going to do. Lonzo Ball is going to come back. Hold on. Hold your applause. Lonzo Ball is going to come back.
Good news. He's already back.
Yeah, no. But, I mean, he's going to – the season hasn't started. He played some preseason games. Big deal. Lonzo Ball is going to come back and have an incredible year. The Bulls are going to re-sign him. They're going to let Josh Giddey walk, so we will have traded Alex Caruso for nothing. First Bulls move. 2, Josh Giddey is going to move on to a team where he becomes a 20-10-8 guy, winning a title and rubbing it all in our faces. And that next season, Lonzo Ball gets hurt and his career is over. That's right there. That's what's going to happen.
A little negative.
It's not negative. I'm being realistic.
That's realistic Bulls talk. But I disagree with it. I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think that the Bulls, like, dude, that's the thing. Like, after Lonzo came back and got that, like, standing ovation and the crowd is all into it, Jerry's looking around like, they love him. Exactly. Like, maybe, he's got 1 year left. We'll resign him. Let Giddey walk because nobody liked Giddey because nobody liked Giddey. So we'll let Giddey walk. We'll resign Lonzo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you like Scott said, you gotta let the season kind of play out. And like I heard through, like I think it was the OKC sub that Giddey is like he tends to start off slow. So like I'm hoping in like a couple months he's looking like a legit NBA player that could get an extension, but right now it's no. And I think it would be better for Giddey to come off, like, assuming Lonzo keeps doing Lonzo type things, like I would prefer Lonzo to start over Giddey. Just because that also adds defense to our starting lineup. Because right now they're terrible on defense.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like whatever like passing bag that Giddey has, I feel like Lonzo's probably a better passer and facilitator than Josh Giddey. I mean, that's just my opinion.
I think Lonzo overall is a better player.
What does it say? He says realistic, but also negative. Absolutely. We're Bulls fans. We're realistic, man. More money for Jerry now to the Lonzo media. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's all it is, dude. It's a game. It's just how many butts can we put in seats. That's exactly what it is.
It's a business.
Yeah. Considering that each one of those tickets is, I mean, in the lower level, we're talking, let's say the average is $300 a ticket. You know what I mean? Multiply that by whatever. Dude, somehow we managed to sell out the United Center despite how terrible the Bulls are that season. I mean, someone explained that to me.
I hate it.
So, but, I mean, really, future thoughts, do you think they reach a deal within the season? And if so, what do you see his contract looking like?
I mean, I can see them making a deal later on in the season. But that's also assuming that Giddey does good,
Right.
I don't know the price. I'm not going to speak about the price because I have no knowledge about that shit.
If they re-sign him, it's going to be $20-30 million.
Yeah.
It's just like what we did we were talking the same thing with
Pat.
With Pat, it was like, oh, it's too much money, but that's the market. It's the market. You have to. He's not going to take less than that. But yeah, you're going to have to. He's going to have to be averaging close to 8, 9, 10 assists a game. That's because we want him. He needs to be able to make open threes, and he needs to be able to score 16,
Or-
17 points a game.
You're talking about
Yeah.
Giddy or you're talking about
Pretty-
Pat?
Giddy.
Or
Yeah.
both?
Yeah.
Pat already got paid. He
It's-
can do whatever the hell he wants now.
I mean, Pat got
He
paid, but
was.
motherfucker, like, if Pat's now making 90 mil, like, the expectations have changed,
right.
you know, for Pat.
Mhm.
So it's no more just like, oh, he's just, you know, feeling it out. Like, no, motherfucker, like you're paid. This is your 5th year. It's time to ball. If you're not gonna ball, then you can get out.
Go on and get. No, it's funny because I just released a short about that yesterday about Patrick Williams. Like, is it safe to call Patrick Williams the biggest Bulls bust that was taken in the top 5?
I don't think so.
No. Who's a bigger
Like-
bust than Pat Williams in the top 5, drafted within top 5?
How many top 5 picks have we actually had? That's the other question.
Yeah,
Just going off the top of my head, obviously everyone knows Derek, everybody knows Mike, but we had Ben Gordon was number 4.
there you
I
go.
think Eddie Curry and
Huh, Eddie Curry is the answer.
Yeah, okay. I thought Eddie Curry was, but I wasn't sure. Because it's the Eddie Curry is the answer.
Tyson Chandler. Oh, I forgot
Tyson
about
Chandler
Jay
went on and
Williams.
won a championship, didn't he?
Jay
Yeah.
Williams isn't a bust. He got in a motorcycle
got
accident.
hurt. Yeah.
Jay Williams wasn't a bust. He got busted up. That's
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Tyrus?
Winner, Tyrus. Remember, that was the trade where we traded LaMarcus Aldridge for Tyrus Thomas.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
And then Q said no, just because Pat shouldn't have been a top 5 pick. Bingo. You can't blame him for the Bulls drafting him that high. I literally just said in that short Q that had Patrick Williams been drafted 14th on, right now he'd be a great player because the expectations for the kid would be a lot less. I think the expectations of being a top 4 pick way too heavy on this guy's shoulder because you saw him out there last year. He wasn't able to play with DeMar and Zach, but he played very well with the second unit, which the 2nd unit made predominantly of, lottery picks. I think that I think eventually you're just going to see Patrick Williams coming off the bench. I mean, let's call it what it is. Matas is going to eventually take his starting position. They're going to run whoever the center is after the season. Matas. If Zach stays, Zach, and then Kobe, and then who else? I don't know. I don't know, because that's the other thing I wanted to ask you guys is we are so guard heavy. Like, we have Lonzo, we have Zach. I know they're playing Zach at the 3, but we have Kobe and we have Giddey. Like, are we gonna have enough touches for all these players?
No.
So who's going to be leaving then?
Giddy.
Yeah, that's
Well-
hard. I really think Io might be pushed out a little bit because you're going to have to
Io-
give someone
Io might.
minutes.
Okay.
But
That,
You think
that
he's
might
got
not
those-
be might not be a bad thing just because Io has been playing well and everything. So maybe we can, if we do trade Io, maybe we can get something good for him. But I mean, it's our front office, so probably not.
You got to take injuries into account. The development is slow. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, for last year. Yeah, that's good. True. That's the thing is, even when we do our predictions later on, I mean, and we did the West and we briefly touched on it. It's like all these teams, if they're healthy, they're going to play phenomenal. But we're forgetting not everybody's going to play all 82 games. We'd
Right.
like them to, but it's not going to happen. So whatever expectations we have of the Bulls this year, and we'll get to that when we break down the Eastern Conference standings. We also got to factor in, on average, the starters will play, what do you guys, 60 games average?
Yeah, I would say 60 is a safe bet
Yeah.
because eventually Vooch is going to get hurt. Eventually
Yep.
Zach's going to get hurt.
Q's playing
You know.
2K. Q, how do you like that new 2K game, man? I played it for a little bit. That shot meter is absolutely it's hard to get a hold of. But what team you playing as? But yeah, realistically speaking, somebody's got to get moved. We stacked our lineup so full of guards and like guards that need the ball that there's not enough minutes to go around. So
Right. No.
Yeah. all right. Well, Scott, what are you menacing over there?
I was just looking up. I was looking at the Bulls draft picks.
Yeah.
There was some guy that we drafted in 1969 who number 5 overall. He decided to play with the ABA instead of the NBA Chicago Bulls. So biggest draft bust in the Bulls history.
There you
Dick
go.
Hole did not. He went to Miami instead.
What was
He
his
went to
name?
Miami ABA team.
What was his name?
Oh, I just lost it. Hold on.
No.
Q was playing 2K with the shot meter off, which is smart. I didn't even think to do that. And I'm on the Bucks. Oh, he's playing my player. Okay. Right on. All right.
What's his name? Larry Cannon.
Larry Cannon.
Yes.
Larry Cannon. It sounds like
Interesting.
a person.
Interesting. Guys, did you buy the new 2K game?
No.
No.
Why would I do that? I haven't bought a 2K game since 2K14.
Yeah. I am
2K.
not a fan. I think it came free on Game Pass for a little bit and I played it.
Yeah.
It was awful. Plus
Yeah.
it's not a basketball game anymore. It's like
It's a give me your money game.
yeah, they put
That's
like
all it is.
a Fortnite type game in there or like a Rocket League type game. It's like I don't even know what the hell they're doing. They're just trying to make money. It's not fun. It's the same thing with FIFA. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah,
Madden
they
also
they
not
destroyed
fun
FIFA.
anymore.
Yeah.
All those games have been destroyed.
I'm telling you, they just need to make like a live service game and just keep updating the rosters.
Dude, okay. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I hate to segue away from like real business, but I said it before, like instead of making a new game every year, they should just make a update. Just call the game
That's what Dan just
NBA.
said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I've been saying, Dan, I think you were there when I said it.
Yeah. Dan, you stole it from Sal. How dare you?
Sorry. Well, welcome to America.
Or I could take your thing and make it my own.
Yep.
All right, chat. What's it going? How's it going, chat? What's new and exciting? Who's y'all's pick for the games tonight? That was a very southern way of saying that. Who's y'all's pick?
Who's y'all playing tonight?
Before we jump into the Eastern Conference standings, I wanted to invite Alejandro on the show because he has some cool news. I kind of wanted to welcome him back to congratulate him about some news that he just did. I'll let him tell you, not me. So we're just going to wait for him to jump on. But in the meantime, what is your expectations for the Bulls this season? I know we'll cover it but like games wise, like how many games do you think they'll win? Who gets moved? All that. Like, will we fire the coach? Whatever. Dan, how many games do you think we're winning?
I think the Bulls are going to surprise some people. I think it's going to be more than I think I said it last show. Vegas has us at like 23 wins. It's going to be more than 23 wins. I think we're going to win probably, I don't know, like I'll say we'll be in the 50 range. I'm going to say like, yeah, I think we're going to win like 52 games.
52 games? Hold on. 52 games?
Out of 82. No, okay, so I take that back because I'm gonna say I'll say 46. How about that? 46 games.
I don't even think if the season was 200 games long, this Bulls team could register 52 wins.
They looked better than I thought, and if they are bad, I just hope that they're at least fun to watch.
Yeah,
Dan, 52 wins would have made them the 5th best team in the NBA last year.
36.
Well,
yeah, 35.
I'm the
35 to 40 max.
Yeah.
They may go 500, but I think they're going to trade players. But I'll go into that later.
You think they'll trade players? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you guys. I think that I think everyone in the chat is in agreement that we're probably going to win between 30 and 35 games. Like, because that's the thing, like I just said, this team is such a toss-up. You don't know if it's going to be dominant or it's going to fall flat on its face because we still don't know what the hell we're doing this year. But would you guys rather miss the playoffs and get that draft pick, or would you rather, if this team is staying alive,
I'd rather get the draft pick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of like a promising, like Lonzo Ball is back and healthy, like let's rebuild the Balzac team.
I mean, we've been in purgatory for so long. Like, I just want change. That's all I really want. Like, I love Lonzo, but I think he should either. I do love Lonzo. I think it's either, given how this season goes, maybe at the end of it, like maybe he retires, or maybe he goes to, just given how the season goes. I don't know.
No.
If he survives the 82 game grind.
Yeah. Well, he already's not playing 82 games because he's not playing back-to-backs.
I did not know this. But it's either that or I want him to go somewhere else, like go to like Brooklyn or somewhere where you can start fresh.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was going with this. I totally forgot where I was going with this.
Scott or Dan, I said at your house the other day, perfect landing spot for him would be in like Miami.
Yeah. Miami would be great for him. Yeah.
The Bulls, for some reason, want to get Tyler Hero. We were trying to dance around getting Tyler Hero last year. So who knows? This might be the year that we trade injured player for injured player and get Tyler Hero. And Scott,
another guard.
Well, sorry, what was the question again? Dan blew my mind when he said the Nets would be a good spot for him. No one should go. No one should go to the Nets. That team is dog shit. It's going to be the worst team in the league.
Getting Scott fired up, and we've only been in for half hour.
Do you think that the Nets are going to be worse than the Wizards?
Yes.
Charlotte.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just.
Who do the Nets have? They traded their best player. Bridges.
No, the only person I can think
Simmons?
about the Nets is Ben Simmons. But they also have that. Who's that little? They have that point guard.
They have Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas.
No, who's that little Asian guy? He's a rookie.
Oh, I know. I forgot his name.
I don't know if that's going to be enough to.
No,
probably not. Probably not. I mean, no, the Nets are for sure a top or a bottom 3 team.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not good.
I think every year we even pick Rob. We even pick that they're going to finish 6th, and I don't think we ever sniffed the 6th position. But
yeah, no,
trying to lose to get the 8th pick, and that yeah. See, this is why this exact reason is why I'm a little leery of trying to push for wins, because it's a good draft class. So just to get the 8th seed in a first round exit instead of potentially getting a generational talent, because a lot of people got to understand that 25 draft class is supposed to be really, really good. And even the 26 one for that matter. So, and then he also says, there are also 3 other teams that lose their first pick based on protections. So some teams may start to tank that too. We also got to take that into consideration, that we more or less only know what the Bulls are going to do. And we don't even know that. So Lord only knows what other teams have behind closed doors. So, yeah. But Scott, the question was, would you rather go for a draft pick or would you rather go for the playoffs?
Draft pick.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm over the Vucevic, Levine,
the core
Balzac era. I'm over it. It hasn't worked. Blow it up. If we can trade them, do it. This I don't trust AK because they don't make trades. So who knows? Most likely what's going to happen is they're going to be like a 7 seed or something near. They're going to somehow be like a 7 seed because the East isn't that good.
No.
Near the trade deadline, and they're going to be like, oh, we're going to go for it. And then they're going to end up like someone's going to get hurt and they're going to end up at like a 9 or 10 seed playing Boston first round and getting smoked.
Right. But see this, but also what you.
It's the most Bulls thing.
Yeah. This is going to happen is they're going to get excited we're all going to be super excited. Like, oh, this team's great. We're on like a 10-game win streak. And then someone's going to go down and and the team's going to go to shit.
Yeah, basically. But what else? But here's the thing, like what a lot of people got to take into consideration, and again, we'll go into it further here in a minute, but the teams that were already better than the Bulls were the only teams that got better. You know what I mean? So in reality,
Detroit got a little bit better.
Detroit got way
Tobias
better.
Harris.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got Tobias Harris. They got Tim Hardaway Jr.
They got Beasley.
Yeah. I think they got better. I mean, you can only go up from being the worst team in NBA history. Fuck.
Right. No, the win difference of 17 will be key. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, again, we'll get into it later, but teams like New York, teams like Philly, teams like Indiana, teams like, Cleveland, they were already better than us. So at the same time, like, you know what I mean? Like, other teams lost good talent and sent them to teams that were already better than us. So,
yeah,
I mean, are we really going to be worse? There is a solid chance that we can get better.
All right.
So, well, while we're waiting for,
do we just want to start it? Do we just want to start?
Yeah, while we're waiting for Alejandro to get on, we'll go ahead and start going. So, chat, we are going to break down the Eastern Conference standings. Starting, what we're going to do is we're going to take the standings last year, and we're just going to say if the team improved or not. And then since we have the full breakdown from the East and the West, we'll go ahead and give our championship thoughts. So, starting with number one team last year, Boston Celtics, won 64 games, up 78%. What?
Why are you not putting it up on the screen again?
Oh, I don't have that. And plus, with three of us on the screen, they're going to see they're going to have to squint their eyes to see both the text and us. So,
all right,
I'll just verbally declare it here.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, number one, the Celtics. They won 64 games, 78% win percentage. They finished 41-11 in the conference and only lost 4 games at home. And as we all know, they are the current NBA champions. Where do you got them? Do you think they're going to be better, or do you think they're going to repeat?
I think they're going to repeat.
You think they're going to repeat?
I mean, that's my pick for the finals again this year. I think they're going to straight up repeat. It will probably be against OKC. I either have OKC or Dallas on the West, but yeah, for sure Boston.
Okay. Scott?
I think they still they still win the East. They're the number one team. They really just got better. They drafted a kid out of Creighton that he pretty much brought that Creighton team to the Sweet 16. They are really good 3-point shooting, so he'll be good off the bench if he gets some minutes. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are pissed right now, mainly at the Olympics. That was a mistake by Steve Kerr of not letting Jaylen Brown on that team and not playing Tatum. So they have a fire under them. Porzingis is going to be hurt for a couple months, so he's going to be coming back right at the All-Star break and going to be ramping up for the playoffs. So
yeah,
I think that team's going to get better. But
yeah,
before we go on, have you seen Jason Tatum's tattoo? It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. He got a tattoo. He got a new tattoo of him winning the NBA All-Star game. The All-Star MVP. Yeah. It's the stupidest thing. Like, why are you getting a tattoo of that?
So now I have to look this up.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alejandro is in the building. Let's go and get him. Not yet. He's not.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce you, the host of the Local Bulls Fans podcast, Alejandro. Welcome back. What's going on, Alejandro?
Nothing much. Thank you for having me back. This was This wasn't something we planned today, but I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, go ahead and explain that story because that was fun. I mean, it worked out great because we love having guests and we wanted to have you back anyway. So go ahead and explain how that worked out.
So I just recently joined Bulls on Tap, the On Tap network, as a writer contributor to just covering the Bulls this season. Publishing articles and stuff through them. So I guess since I think it was yesterday you posted that our episode's dropping,
Mhm.
they probably got confused with you guys going live. So they're like, "Oh, check him out, by the way. He's going here." And I'm like, that's not. I didn't know. I'm like, are we? I had no. Did I forget?
Yeah, I had to DM you and I'm like, there's been a little confusion. You're more than welcome to jump on. In fact, I prefer you do, but if you're busy, I understand. Yeah, big kudos to you, man, writing for Bulls on Tap. How is that
Yeah,
like?
right.
What's the like application or what's the typical workday going to be like?
I'm not too sure yet. It started off Morris Batson. If you guys
Yeah.
haven't followed him,
Yep.
Mo
give him a
Banks, that's our
follow.
guy. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He was just reaching out to me about it. We were talking back and forth, and then slowly but surely, we got it going, and now it's like, all right, we're gonna come on, right? Well, I'll see what happens. It's not like the main. We're getting it through today. A lot of like the information and stuff. Very exciting. I know he wants to do more with Bulls on Tap and everything. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you, man. Like, congratulations again. That's a huge honor, man. I use these two know. I wanted to write for the Bulls a long time ago. I had my own I forgot what the platform was called, but I called it the Charge, and I would just write articles. You guys remember that I gave Isaiah Cannon a pickup, a grade of A+.
No, I don't remember that at all.
There was a mistake.
That was not a mistake. Okay, let me ask you a question, Alejandro. If we can get a 3-point wizard shooting 40% 3-point wizard for only $1 million, wouldn't you say that was a better signing, dollar per dollar, over Dwayne Wade? At end of his career, Dwayne Wade?
Yeah. I wasn't the biggest. I was, at first it's citing, D Wade, but then the on-court product. Isaiah Cannon was very interesting. Like when he came on, he blew. I think he surpassed expectations. I thought he was just gonna, bench warmer guy, but no, when he played, he was doing his thing.
Yeah. See, and we also got Rondo. Rondo didn't do anything except get in a fight with a coach and get benched.
That is true.
And
Oh,
speaking of bench mom, Alejandro, tell Dan, the guy that got you into basketball.
Kyle Korver. Kyle
There you go.
Korver.
Fucking Lincoln Park. The dude loves Lincoln Park. I mean, Kyle Korver was one of my favorite too. So
yeah, that was Dan's guy.
He was the I don't know, just with the way everyone played, something about Kyle Korver just being able to catch and shoot any given moment.
Yeah.
Amazing, beautiful.
Yeah,
one of the cleanest strokes in the league.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Easily. You watching the games tonight?
I'll try to have them on. I have to. I think I'm meeting to see what the plan is going forward for Bulls on Tap, but they'll be on. They'll be. It just depends how much I'm paying attention. That's really just it.
Right.
Who do you got, Knicks or Celtics? Apparently the Celtics are playing, not the 76ers.
I want the Knicks just because I like the Cat trade. I've always been a Mikal Bridges fan. Brunson. And just overall, just screw the Celtics.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I think we all said the Knicks, right?
No, I
got
the
Celtics.
are going to win.
I got
You
the
said the
Celtics.
Celtics win tonight? All right.
Yeah.
Come on. Jalen Brunson. Well, probably before I drafted him on my fantasy. If I didn't draft him on my fantasy, he would have dropped 50 tonight. But because he's on my fantasy, I think he'll score 10 points.
Yeah.
So,
It's usually how it goes.
Yep.
yeah. Or gets injured, unfortunately. But who do you got for the West game? Lakers or the Timberwolves?
That's a tough one. I like Ant, but I also want to see JJ Redick succeed. So I have to go with the Lakers because I don't want to see them. Oh my gosh, he's just a horrible coach. They made a mistake. They got a podcaster. Yeah, I don't. I think I'll go with the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, they have LeBron. LeBron, I mean, let's face it, LeBron was a podcaster too. So
Yeah.
True.
That's
For
true.
like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
so how many minutes do you think Bronny's going to play tonight? I'm sending all the good questions your way.
I give him 2 minutes. That's about it. Just so you know, him and LeBron share the court. About it,
get that
maybe
little
5.
moment.
Yeah. Just so they get it out the way.
Yeah.
Congratulations from Q. Yay.
Thank you, Q. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Do you see, are we going to see a lob from Bronny to James today? Bronny to LeBron?
Man, he's not playing that.
James
You
to
just,
James?
Come on, man. This
Yeah.
is like,
Yeah.
you just
It's on the
I think
team.
so. No, I think I think they're gonna attempt it. Will it like it actually happen? Probably not.
come on,
Like,
man.
I
You
can
gotta-
100% see like Rudy just saying like, nah, not today.
I could see LeBron kicking out to Bronny in the corner and Bronny attempting a 3, but
Oh,
the
and
lob,
just
I don't
flanking it?
know. Can't.
Yeah.
who you got for your top 4 teams in the East?
Top 4 teams in the East. Let me get obviously the Celtics, the Knicks. Now with the 76ers in the hospital, I'll probably sub them out and put I think I got the Magic. And
Okay.
then I'll go with Cavs.
Okay, I like
Not-
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the Cavs. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
We were just about to start that, but it looks like everybody's number 1 team, with the exception of me, was the Celtics.
Boston.
Oh, who do you have for number 1?
I got New York.
New York?
I think New York is gonna, dude. I think New York is gonna win 60 games this year, plus 60 plus games this year minimum. I think that team got way too talented. Actually, it's a good time to say it now that with the addition of Cat, with the addition of Mikal Bridges, that team is stacked. Do you really think
Yeah.
that team is going to match up against Boston that well?
I think so. I think Boston's going to be. I don't think they're going to do as good in the regular season since Porzingis is going to be out. Al Horford is getting old.
Yep.
That center spot's going to look pretty nasty with Bulls legend Luke Cornett as the starting man, getting 25 minutes a night.
Bulls legend.
the dabber, or was it the
Oh.
dabber? Yeah.
I love the way he can test shots though when he like jumps
Yeah,
up like
just
this.
jumps just straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the most disrespectful thing ever that he did. Just on his former team, guy's basically a nobody, and then just dabs the entire length of the court back. So who do you got? Who do you got winning the chip then?
I want OKC to win.
You got OKC. Okay,
Yep,
Scott.
I got OKC.
yep.
Scott,
I
okay,
agree.
that's 2. That's 2 out of the 4, so it's settled. Do you think? How do you think Alex does over there?
Great, just fits right in. Doesn't need to be the main defender. He can fit it, catch and shoot perfectly fine.
Right.
I could see him
Right on.
starting along with Shea.
Sorry, Ryan, that would be a good team. I think they were just missing that one veteran player because they got Hart. They even got Hartenstein.
Oh yeah, I mean he's hurt right now, but I don't even think it'll matter all that much.
Yeah, I'm sure in the playoffs once they get down to it, you know what I mean, he'll come back and full force. All right,
yeah.
cool, man. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming back, and thank you for getting on that podcast. If our last episode, if you guys haven't checked it out yet,
Yeah.
it just came out today. It streams wherever you consume your podcast, YouTube, Apple, wherever. Just give it a listen to because my man Alejandro here, he knows his basketball, and it was really a good show. And did you try $100,000 yet? I don't want to spoil it because I want people to listen to the show. But did you find the $100,000 yet?
No, I have not, but I have to go look. Let me write that right now. I have like a list of things I have to do. That is on one
Eat
of
a
it.
candy bar.
Yes.
Candy bar.
Top priority.
It's-
Yep.
It's Halloween, man. Tis the season to eat candy bars, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, All right, Mr. Alejandro, we'll let you get back at it. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We were excited to have you on the pod, and we're excited to have you now. And a big congratulations again for writing us for Bulls on Tap. I thoroughly look forward to reading your articles, man.
Thank you guys so much for having me on again, and just congratulations, everything. Love all the work you guys are doing. Thank you so much.
Oh man, I appreciate it. We appreciate you. We like it. We enjoy you.
Yep.
You keep doing what you do, man.
All right.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. That was Alejandro, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, when we left off, I basically just said who I thought was going to be number one. That was the Knicks. So the Celtics, I think they're going to finish number 2 just because, they may be Jaylen Brown and Tatum might be pissed that they weren't on the Olympics team, but I don't think that that's going to translate to an 82 games of I'm going to make you pay for this. Maybe when they play Golden State, they can, they'll go off on Steve Kerr then. But I don't know. I think that they already got to the top of the mountain. I don't think they can do it twice. I mean, they're a good team, but I don't know. That's just me. I don't think they're doing it twice in a row. But moving on to the team that I did pick, number 2 Scott, what are you giggling at over there?
Just
Nope.
bold prediction.
Yeah. By the way, did you guys look up that tattoo yet?
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. It's
What
fucking
was it?
stupid.
Oh,
It's his entire. It's pretty much his entire back.
The trophy of him winning the All-Star MVP trophy.
No, it's the championship.
He did an All-Star MVP trophy.
I mean, the good news is it's on his back, so it's not like he's ever got to see it. You know what I mean? Hey man, how many people can say they won an NBA MVP, Finals MVP? That man.
No.
I see it now.
This is an All-Star MVP. This isn't the Finals MVP.
Oh, this is All-Star MVP?
I don't know if this is going to show. You're talking about
and he
that
put
one?
it on his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hold it a little closer, it might show. Right? Up.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. I would think
it's stupid.
Yeah.
Either
way.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Tatum does some clown ass shit, but I mean, man's championship, gold medalist winner. I respect.
Yeah. Are there any NBA champions on the Chicago Bulls?
No.
Like any?
No.
Anybody that has won?
No.
I think was Alex Caruso the last one to win a championship?
Yes.
Oh wait, Lonzo didn't win one yet, did he?
Yeah,
Was he traded right away?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
When
didn't
he
win with the Lakers?
No, they traded him.
Was that the bubble year that they traded him? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I don't think he's.
They traded.
THT was on the Lakers,
and they won.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, there you go. We got championship mentality on the Bulls. All right, fellas. The New York Knicks finished second last year, winning 50 games, a 61% win percentage. They finished 35-17 in the conference, and they finished with 27 home wins and 14 losses at home. What do you think the Knicks are going to do this year?
I think the Knicks are going to be second again this year. I think that, like you said earlier, that they're probably going to get more wins just because the Cat and that team is like Tibbs turned that team around. Like they're a legit contender. But I don't think they're going to get any higher than, I don't think they're going to be better than the Celtics.
No,
I don't.
Okay. Scott?
I had him at 2 also. Randall was always hurt, so that did kind of hold him back. So they did replace him pretty well with Cat, but Cat takes too many threes. He sits by the 3-point line too often. He shot the T-Wolves out of games certain times. Like that game where he scored like 60 points. He was just taking dumb shots and they literally benched him because of it. So sometimes he stat chases, which is an issue. And I don't think Tibbs is going to approve of that, but he's definitely going to get more minutes. He's going to play more games than Randall, and that's what they need. And then Bridges was a huge
Yeah.
addition to that team.
So how many games do you see them winning then? Because I said they're going to win over 60 games.
I think they're going to be around 60 also. But it
60.
really, Celtics, Knicks, you could either want to win. You could win the East. You could go either way.
I think they're going to win like exactly 10 more games. They're going to finish 60 in what, 22?
60 and 22, yeah. What do you is it going to be a Celtics and Knicks Eastern Conference?
Yeah. That's tricky just because I feel like the finals is a different beast altogether from like the regular season, you know?
Yeah, someone comes
It's all
out.
it's all about lineups. There's like injuries, you know, the matchups and everything. So that's hard to tell.
Sounds good. Chat, let us know where you think the Knicks are going to finish. Moving on to Dan's second team, or the team that
we're not doing the West.
My familia.
Oh, you're talking about
we're talking about
the Kings?
The Kings.
Yeah, we're talking about the
Bucks.
Kings. They moved to the East. No, the Bucks. By the way, big shout out to Dan's dad, who hooked me up with some outrageously good Bucks for Chicago tickets. Those seats are going to be so good. I can't wait to go to that game. November 20th. If you're going to that game, stop by section 107, row 5, and say hi. I'd love to meet you guys. But yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Literally is seats 1 and 2.
Yeah. I don't think he could have gotten better seats. And it's at the Pfizer, but like the Pfizer is such a nice
Pfizer's
you're acting like the Pfizer's
like some rundown shithole.
Well,
no. It's not the United Center. It's not the Bradley Center.
No. That's not what I meant.
Pfizer's probably the best stadium in the league right now. It's so nice.
Sure.
No, it's not. Have you seen the Clippers Stadium?
The new one?
Oh yeah. Well,
the Clippers have a brand new stadium.
Open. Yeah. By the way, did you see that Steve Ballmer said he hates waiting in line for bathrooms, so he put a bathroom like every 30 feet.
That's good.
Or something like that. He put like an obnoxious amount of bathrooms in the stadium.
Steve Ballmer's a psychopath. So
he has like $300 billion. He has crazy money.
Yeah, he's an insane man.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Like, dude, you don't tell me that you guys haven't been to a game. It's like in the middle of the game where you're trying to squeeze it in before halftime's over, and you go to the bathroom and there's like a line 30 deep, and you're just sitting there pissing yourself. Yeah. Clutch move. And no, all I meant was, it's at the Pfizer. Like, it's not a home game. So if you're going to a game, it's not a Bulls game.
No matter what, whenever the Bulls play Milwaukee, like the Pfizer formerly the Bradley Center, always turns into the UC up the north. Always.
Yeah. I don't know, but even recently with them being good, like I don't go to Bucks games, so
it's not as much, but
really,
like it's not like when like Brandon Jennings was there and it was pretty much Bulls fans taking full control of the Bradley Center. Yeah. But I mean, us Bulls fans, we run deep.
What about when Milwaukee Bucks legend Michael Redd was there?
No one went to those games.
No one went. Yeah, no one. That was the arena was empty.
Okay, I still have his jersey. It was. I'll post it later, but I got that. I got Michael Redd jersey that I got from Goodwill and took a picture with my boy Zaza Pachulia.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
Did he sign it?
Dude, I didn't even know that Zaza was like, he was literally just in the hall. Like, like imagine the United Center where you would like sit down.
Just hanging out.
He wasn't just hanging out. It was actually an organized take your picture with Zaza. But like Zaza, I'm sorry, I know you're not watching, but like the line wasn't very big. Like I think there was 2 people in there. It wasn't very big at all.
Zaza.
So I got a signed Zaza Pachulia picture. I used to have it on display at the old apartment, but
I remember I remember you telling us that you got Zaza like signature, and both folks were just like, "Why?"
Hey,
Hey,
you were
whatever.
there, Dan.
He wasn't a
Huh?
bad player, but
I
he
wasn't.
good.
Was I there?
Yeah, it was a Bucks game.
Well, I know. I don't remember being there. I don't remember a lot of things.
Yeah, it was when they played. That was when they played the Golden State Warriors. That's when you kept screaming, "Get that money, Larry!"
Oh yeah, I remember
Get
this
that
now.
money,
I remember
Larry.
this because he got that money and then he left.
And then he left. So if you're there, November 20th, stop by, say hi. I'd love to shake hands, take a picture with you. Milwaukee Bucks won 49 games last year, almost 60% win percentage. They finished 15 games behind the Boston Celtics for number 1 seed, losing 15 games at home. Gentlemen, it's been an ongoing issue with chemistry with that team, with Dame and Giannis and Chris Middleton always getting hurt. So despite all those variables, where do you think the Milwaukee Bucks finish?
I think they're gonna go either 4th or 5th. I don't know which one, but I don't think they're gonna be as good as they were last season.
No.
Just
Given
given Dame and Chris Chris with his injuries, it just seems like they're kind of in the same boat as the Suns, almost like, as in like they're still trying to figure this new regime out, you know?
Sure. So you think that'll be the biggest contributors?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you think they get it together at all?
I mean, you would hope by like All-Star break they get it together. Like I'm hoping that like Dame finds his groove and Chris can stay healthy so they can, compete. Because when the Bucks are doing good, I mean, I always like seeing a small market do good.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him, but I don't
being
think it's
realistic.
really going to happen. Yeah.
Scott,
I think they're the 5th seed.
5th seed.
The-
Okay.
Yeah, there's too many chemistry issues with Giannis and Lillard. Lillard's also getting old. What is he like?
Yeah.
He's pretty sure he's
Is he
like
32?
35. No, I think
No
he's
way.
older than that. But either way, he's getting old. I think Giannis, the league's kind of understanding his limitations in his game.
Yeah.
And Doc Rivers is a terrible coach.
Oh, I keep forgetting that Doc Rivers is the coach.
So
Yeah, they're going to be like 5th. So
I think they're going to be a fifth seed.
Fifth
Chris
seed.
Middleton, he's always hurt. Like
Mhm.
I don't think he's played 50 games in the last couple of years.
Right.
But who knows? I just don't think they should be better than they are. Like the Lillard Giannis thing should work, but it didn't. So, and Doc is not a good coach to have for that problem.
Right. The one thing I found shocking about like the Milwaukee Bucks as a whole, because I feel like, okay, let's keep in mind Doc Rivers was the coach for the Lob City Clippers team, and they have a good point guard and a phenomenal, like just the most athletic freak of nature of a power forward of Giannis. You would think that pick and roll would just be deadly. And when the defense collapses on Giannis, there's Lillard at the logo for a deep 3. And they just had so many weapons. But I think losing Drew Holiday, losing Grayson Allen, losing all those key players, and putting in those stats that you don't necessarily see on the stat sheet, but just their presence, I think it really took a toll on them. So I'm with you guys. I think they're going to take a step back. But I do think that the Bucks are one of those teams that I think they're going to put together a trade in the middle of the season. I see them making a decent move, and possibly did Middleton just renew?
I don't think so.
Because I know with his injury problems, I know they're gonna try shopping him. So who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna say 4th or 5th.
Good.
All right, moving on to the 4th overall team. Had a great season last year. Cleveland Cavaliers, 48 wins, 58% win. They finished 16 games behind the number 1 spot, and they lost 15 games at home. So What do you guys think of the Cavaliers? Where do you see them finishing? Dan?
I think they're going to be 4th seed again. Did they? I don't think they really got better or they really got worse. I think the big thing is like what's going on. Like, is Donovan Mitchell like he's staying?
They
just
resigned.
Yeah.
Okay, and Garland, he's also like good to go.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Okay, well then, yeah, I and the chemistry between them is solid. I don't pay attention to
Yeah,
the
I know.
Cavs. Like,
Yeah.
Go and follow.
it's Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland's cool. Do you think Cleveland's cool?
Yeah, Joe. Dude, would you
So
go
I
out there
don't
on
really-
vacation?
No, never, ever. Why would I do that to myself? But no, I don't think they've gotten any better or any worse, really. I think they're like, remember when like the Jeff Teague Hawks and like Al Horford was there, Joe Johnson, but yada yada yada.
Yeah.
How they
Jamal
were always
Crawford.
always in the playoffs, but they really weren't. They were just there.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at the Cavs.
So you think the Cavs are the new 2010s Atlanta Hawks?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. I can respect that.
It's a good comparison.
That is a very good comparison. Damn.
Yeah.
Dan Gracie coming in from left field with that one.
Yeah.
Hey.
After
his
just
guy,
absolutely
his guy Josh Smith was there tearing it up.
Yeah. Josh Smith. That was my guy. Are you kidding me? I
Fuck
love
Josh Smith.
Are you kidding me?
Josh Smith.
That
Oh,
man.
I did not like Josh Smith.
I
That guy did not play any defense. Like
I
he
thought he
would
was a little
just
too
stand
cocky
around.
for yeah.
Oh, come on. That guy was also a 2K
That-
legend.
2K legend, not NBA legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, that was a
Well,
dirty
probably
team,
get
man.
shoot
Al
threes.
Horford, Josh Smith, Joe Johnson, Jamal Crawford, Teague, Kyle Korver. I mean, that team,
Yeah.
I thought they would have done a lot better than what they were. But
Right.
Yeah.
But Scott, what about the Cavs?
I think they're going to be the 6th seed, not
Really?
because of their team. It's because 2 other teams got better. That's
Okay.
why they're going to drop.
I
Which
know
teams got-
it's-
Oh, well, we'll get to them later. But
I know
Yeah,
2 teams
but-
are gonna say.
I think they're going to be around the 5th or 6th seed.
okay.
I think the Bucks in them are very interchangeable.
Oh,
They're
okay.
really
I can
the
see that.
biggest thing. Can Mobley stay healthy? Like
Very
Yeah.
good.
he gets hurt a lot, and he's a really good player when he plays, but he's always hurt near the end of the year. So if he can stay healthy, that team's going to be scary, and they could upset someone in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a very, very good point because actually the Cleveland Cavaliers have a great front court with Jared Allen, Evan
I love
Mobley.
Jared
They're
Allen.
actually a very well put together team. But again, like many other teams that are big, look good on paper, injuries play a big caveat in if this team will have success or not. I will put them 5th overall, and I'm only saying this because there was another team that I'm actually getting to next that I think is going to be a lot better than them. And that team is the Orlando Magic. The Orlando
No.
Magic finished 5th in the conference, winning 47 games with a 57% win percentage, 17 games behind, losing 12 games at home. Fellas, what do you make of the Orlando Magic?
I think they're gonna be. I can see the Orlando Magic being the 3rd seed.
Okay, I like that.
100%. Because Pablo's only getting better. They signed all those vets. Did they sign the vets? I know they got KCP. Hold on, I'm looking at their roster.
They have
So-
Bulls legend Wendell Carter Jr.
Yeah.
Oh
Shout
yeah,
out Ramon.
yeah. I wish Wendell was like. I wish he was better. He's good.
When
He's
he played
solid.
for us, because he is a solid center.
Yeah, he's a solid center, but I wish he was better than
yeah,
what he
yeah.
currently is.
Okay.
I was rooting for him since he got into the league, and I just I feel like he can do more.
He also had like one of the coolest nicknames I heard Stacey King come up with.
What was it?
The Black Panther.
God, the Black Panther.
The Black Panther, dude.
No, I
I'm
mean, I
telling
get
you.
it.
like I said the last cast, dude, Stacey King, man, you're not cool. You haven't made it in the league until you get a nickname from Stacey King. I feel like he's the wizard of coming up with cool nicknames.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
what about
Magic
you?
also have the Wagner Bros, and they
The
just,
Wagner
did they,
twins. Yep.
yeah,
Or
and then
brothers.
did they just get Corey Joseph? Was he there last season?
I'm not sure. I forgot he was even playing, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, he's on the Magic. So yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
I got them third.
Third. Scott, where do you got the Magic?
I got them third.
Okay.
Like Dan said, Paulo's just getting better every year. I think he actually got better in every stat.
Yeah.
In his second year, he was an all-star.
Yep.
They just re-signed Jalen Suggs. He's
Yep.
a really good player. If Carter can stay healthy all year, I think that'll really help. Franz Wagner is ridiculous.
Yes, he is.
I really wish we would have kept the rights to him.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was our pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought.
They have a really good young team. And
Yeah. It's almost like that's what the Bulls should have been.
Yeah. They're getting better. They kind of remind me of a worse Oklahoma City. Like they built
like the
a team
version.
Yeah. It's like they're basically what Detroit thought they were.
Okay.
So they built a really good team. They got some really good young players, and they're putting it together. So third seed. They're going to get better. Caldwell Pope was a great signing for them.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That's world
Jonathan
champion.
Isaac, even though he's batshit insane, is a really good player.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That dude always plays the Bulls 110%. Like that guy always he's a bull killer. Like I like Jonathan Isaac. I would have loved to have had him on this team. I just love I love his play style. I don't know. But I'm with you guys. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go a little bit off of both of you guys. I'm gonna say they're gonna be fourth. I think they're good. I think they made a lot of improvements, and I think that, like you guys said, those players that we just talked about, they got a year more of experience, a year more of chemistry, and Paolo is going to be a top forward in the game. And I think he's going to emerge this year and make a name for himself as the best forward.
Do you think that he's going to make All NBA? Did he make All NBA last year?
I'm not sure, but yeah, I think when it's all said and done after this year, Paolo will be a top 3 forward in the game.
Yeah.
Because I'm not just saying this because he's on my fantasy team, but
no,
100%. And because he's half Italian, which
I don't think it's because he's half Italian, but
it's definitely because he's half Italian.
Because
DiVincenzo, Gallinari, Bargnani, all those Italian players, we stay in the league. We play.
Gallinari is mid at best.
Now, what about back then?
He was
a good player.
Mid.
Yeah,
he was a solid player. He was a solid player.
Yeah,
Bargnani,
number 1 overall pick. Pretty good.
Marco Bellinelli.
Bellinelli
was
Bulls legend.
Yeah, Bulls legend. Side note,
are we just saying anyone is a Bulls legend now?
Yeah, if they played on the Bulls.
If they played for the Bulls,
played on the
Bulls legend. It's even funnier if they're a terrible player.
Bulls legend John Lucas. Bulls legend Denzel Valentine.
Jesus Christ.
No, funny story. I actually got to speak Italian to Marco Bellinelli. It was like, you know how we get those seats that are right by the tunnel, so when they come through and they sign autographs, I actually told him good luck tonight in Italian, and he stopped and signed something for me. I think he signed a bobblehead box for me. So
just cool. Just heard Italian, like, oh, my people.
It's basically whatever.
Kobe?
Is that you?
Next team, 6. They finished 6th last year. The Indiana Pacers, which I forgot that they were the 6th seed, because realistically that team I think could have been better than the 6th seed. They were in the a lot of people forget they were the in-season runners up to the Lakers last year. So They finished with 47 wins, same stat line as the Magic. What do you think the Pacers are going to do this year?
I think they'll be a little bit better. I don't think they're going to get 6. I don't think they're going to drop.
Okay.
I think obviously they're fifth. I got them at fifth. I think they move up. Yeah, move up one spot. They didn't get better. They didn't get worse.
Okay.
I mean,
they did lose Buddy Hield.
Oh, that's right. Well, still, I mean, they got
Miles Turner.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, they got Miles Turner. No, their point guard, Tyler
Halliburton, man.
Halliburton. I don't know. Every time I want to say Tyler Hansbrough, and I know that's wrong.
They had Tyler Hansbrough.
Yeah. And
is it okay if I say I hated Tyler Hansbrough? Guy was an asshole.
Everyone did.
I think the only person who liked Hansbrough was it TJ or Brad? Whoever's the Tar Heel fan. I think that's TJ.
I don't know. Looks like Scott's not even paying attention.
TJ is the Tar Heels fan.
Yeah. So I hated Hansbrough. That guy was a clown, and he got chippy a couple times. So Scott, what do you think of the Pacers?
A couple times?
Oh yeah.
The Pacers, they're going to be a 4 seed.
Yeah. 4. Okay.
Yeah. You guys are, Dan, you're kind of looking at like where they were. They got Siakam at the trade deadline.
Oh,
and that completely changed that team.
Yeah.
Like that team
I totally forgot about Siakam.
Really good.
Yep.
Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton is basically Chris Paul, like young Chris Paul with his passing. He is about to be the best point guard in the league. Like, I don't know who is better than him right now. Like, can you name a better point guard than him?
Luka.
And I'm not Luka. Okay, Luka. But
Jalen Brunson.
No, I think he's better than Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
I think he's a better point guard. But
Paul.
Chris Paul is still in the league.
Luka's on that Magic Johnson bullshit. He shouldn't be a fucking point guard.
Yeah, you're probably right. But actually, is he really a point guard? Because Kyrie is on that team too.
Yeah, that's the same thing. So I think Tyrese is about to be the best point guard in the league. Miles Turner is the best center in the league right now, or a top 3 center in the league.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
He's about a top 3 center in the league. So that team is about to be really good. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They are a good team.
Yeah. I said it last year that they were going to be great.
Adding Siakam was a massive move by them.
Yeah.
That was great.
What's his nickname?
Spicy P?
Spicy P. That's what it was. I keep getting him and Nick Young's nickname confused.
That's Swaggy.
I wanted to say Swaggy P, but let me see. I'm sure you like that, Sally. I did draft him. So Miles Turner is also in my fantasy league. Also, I was looking through my fantasy roster today. Without even knowing it, I drafted all starters. It was pretty cool. I think the only
you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a league of like 14 people, so you're not always going to get all starters, but
it's true.
Got all started. I think the only bench player I got was Andre Drummond.
Okay, yeah,
that's
smart.
No.
He's going to be starting half the games.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was my mindset drafting. I'm like, all right, I know that they're not going to play all 82 games. And what really swayed me to draft Andre Drummond, I don't want to make this about my fantasy, but we're going to do that for a minute, was the fact that Joel Embiid was like, it took him a while to get drafted. So I knew that. I'm like, oh man,
he's hurt all the time.
Because he's hurt all the time. So Andre Drummond's going to get there and put up some rebounds. Because as you know, after that interview, he said that he purposely misses shots to get his rebound numbers up. Yeah. What show did he do that on, Scott?
I don't remember, but either way. Can we kick Steve out of the chat? He said he drafted Bronny James.
No. It was, he said it. It was funny. It was,
playing for the last
like, no, he drafted him last overall.
No,
then we were just
makes sense.
He did draft Bronny James. He did draft Bronny James. That's funny. Embiid is already missing the first game, and he was already
Yeah.
petitioning for no back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Which I don't
Who
understand.
Embiid
how-
was?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
he's just,
that's why
oh my
KG
God.
went off on him.
Good as he should. Fuck Embiid, you're a fucking bitch. Like,
Yeah.
my God, how are you going to be an MVP gold winner, but have all these fucking stipulations to your like? Get
Stipulation.
the
How do you
fuck
spell
out of
that?
here. STE. Fuck you.
Good, nailed it.
Stifu. I like it. He's going to get dropped right away. Yeah, that's the thing is a lot of those late round players, we just picked them just to pick them. Like once the waiver wire clears and a bunch of players either
Right.
get hurt and dropped, yeah, that was fine. I think one of my players drafted late was like, I don't know, Andrew Wiggins or something. So right around there. But back to the Indiana Pacers, I think they're going to finish fourth. I think they didn't make it, with the exception of the Pascal Siakam. They didn't add many players in the offseason, but they now have a full 82 games with Pascal Siakam, obviously barring injuries. Given that they were the in-season tournament runner-up, they're just a well put together team. Tyrese Halliburton is arguably the best ball distributor in the league right now. And for those of you in the chat, I challenge you to tell me who's a better ball distributor than Tyrese Halliburton right now. That man's got some great passes. So I think they're good enough to finish fourth because I think there's three teams that are going to be better than them, but who knows? Steve also adds after seeing your first relaxing. Oh, does your brother play softball?
Oh yeah.
Scott? Yeah.
Yes.
Small.
Yeah,
world.
he plays on State Line Church team.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
Small. world.
The only thing that's going to be the issue with the Pacers is who's their backup center. It's James. Currently, it's Isaiah Jackson or James Wiseman.
See,
They
okay.
lost.
Here's the thing. I think James Wiseman is another one of those players where if we just come to terms that he's a backup and finally he stops labeling himself as a bust, he is a bust. But if he gets out of his own head and just molds into I'm just a contributor. I'm not a star. I'm a contributor. I think he could have a good season, especially in Indiana. That's all. That's all I had for that. Seventh overall. This is where you're going to see Dan lose his mind. Okay. And I'm going to forewarn if there's any sensitive ears in the chat, if there's any sensitive ears in the audience, there's going to be a lot of F-bombs.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
But-
sorry. This is how I talk, man.
No,
I'm
that's all
sorry.
right.
No, I
You
mean,
swear too much. You need to settle down.
I know. I really do. I'm aware of my cursing problem, and it's a curse.
Yeah.
But no, speak your mind because seventh overall was the Philadelphia 76ers, winning 47 games. The 6th, 7th, and 8th seed were all 47 and 35. Fun fact. Falling 17 games behind the first place spot. They did make a key acquisition of Paul George, and they did lose Tobias Harris, whether that's a loss or not. And they added the man I mentioned before, Andre Drummond. So, Dan, how do you feel about the 76ers, brother?
So, like the Suns, the Sixers ain't doing shit. Embiid, he's gonna miss majority of the season probably. Playoff P is probably gonna miss majority of that's Paul George.
Yeah, no. Okay.
He's probably gonna miss a decent chunk of the regular season. So that just leaves you with Maxey, and that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, you got Drummond. Oh, Kelly Oubre, who's solid. I mean, it's a well put together team, but the engine that makes it go is Joel Embiid.
Okay.
And if he's not around, then you're gonna slip again. Like I don't think they'll be better than what were they last season? 7th. They'll be better than 7th, but I don't think they're gonna be they're a top 5 team in the East. But
So you think they're better than? Okay, just right off the bat, are they better than Boston?
no.
Are they better than New York?
No,
Are they better than Indiana?
no.
Are they better than
Orlando.
Cleveland?
They can't. I feel like they can't. No, they're not better than Cleveland.
And are they better than Orlando?
No.
So they're a 6.
So
they're not a top 5.
All right, there you go. They're 6, 7. They might end up being 7th again.
There you go. Okay.
It's a well put together team, but Joel's already so injury prone, and then you added Paul George, who's also highly injury prone.
right.
And both of them are already out for the starting game. That's not good. That's not a good sign to how the rest of the season's going to go.
Right.
So I stopped trusting the process a while ago.
I think that process is since been processed.
Processed?
It's been processed. Okay.
Well, I thought the
Scott.
process wasn't until they won a championship.
I have the Sixers being the 8th seed.
Ooh. Okay.
Joel Embiid is going to play half the games. Like, he's crying about back-to-backs. He is one of the softest players in the league.
He's such a bitch.
He should be. He's so.
Sorry.
If he actually
Bitchy?
plays the game right, he is so dominant. We saw him get embarrassed in the Olympics because he tried to play this bullshit. I just want to get to the foul line, and I hope the league just stops calling his stupid flops.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Sixers are going to be worse.
Okay.
Drummond is their center. Drummond isn't a starting center.
No.
He should not be a starting center. But Paul
So
George,
are they going to run double big like the Bulls try to do?
No, absolutely not.
No.
I don't think so. But if Embiid starts actually playing like he should play, like he did a couple of years ago, and stop trying to get fouled and actually play down low and play like back to the basket, and like they should be way better. The fact that he's already playing that.
We're about to lose Scott.
Jittery.
Well, while we wait for Scott to come back, we could just enjoy a beautiful freeze frame right there. While we wait for Scott to come back, I'm kind of in agreement with Scott. Like I don't think they'll finish as low as. Oh, you're back. Oh, Scott's back.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
There is one piece of good news. Is with Embiid out, Maxey is going to have a chance to step up and win another Most Improved player. So
you better
win
fucking
Most
not.
Improved after you already win Most Improved.
Back to back. Would he be the first ever back to back Most Improved?
I don't know. He's probably going to get another All-Star, get back into the All-Star game, add another 5 points to his scoring. Most Improved player.
Yep.
Most Improved player, just like that.
Yeah.
God damn, Scott. Your internet.
And then,
your wife is ruining this. She's also stripping. I'm not like womanizing.
But yeah, I'm with you guys. I have a friend who's very close to me. He's a very big Philly fan. He's from Philly. He actually follows all the Philly sports, and he's not going to like this, but unfortunately, I don't see the 76ers. I don't see it being this year. There's too many injuries in factor. There's too many missed games that I see, and they could realistically be the Suns of the East, where on paper they have a very well put together team, but is that team going to get a chance to play 82 games with each other? You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's going to be very hard for them. I don't know how else to put it, but
Yeah.
I do think they're going to have, when that lineup is healthy, I say they're going to be a scary team because you have PG, you have Joel Embiid, you have, you have Tyrese Maxey, the most improved player, most improved player, stolen.
But how often is that team going to be fully healthy though?
I'm going to make a bold prediction here, and I'm going to say that the Philadelphia 76ers will be at full staff probably for 30 games this year.
No.
30 games. Somebody keep track and let me know. But as far as where they're going to finish, I would say maybe 7. I say that, yeah, they'll probably stay exactly the same, 7 seed. So, moving on. Okay, this is where you guys are gonna hate me, and you guys
I don't know where
going to
put the
hate me.
Heat. I have no idea.
And if my brother's watching, he's going to get upset at this. I apologize ahead of time, but the 8th seed Miami Heat won 46 games, 56% win percentage, and finished 18 games behind the first place spot. Before I give my opinion, fellas, what do you think is going to happen to the Miami Heat?
Like, my biggest question about the Miami Heat is like, what's going on with Jimmy? Like, is he staying or is he leaving? Because I heard rumors that like Pat Riley is like getting sick of Jimmy's bullshit.
As he should.
So I don't like the Heat for me are one of the biggest question marks in the East, anyways.
Sure.
Because like they'll probably finish 8th. I mean, like they have, you know, Scary Terry, fucking Jaime.
Jaime
yeah,
Jaquez.
Yeah, I mean he's solid.
Yeah.
Obviously Bam, Hero
Hero.
when he's healthy.
Tyler Hero.
Yes,
great
Tyler
shooting.
Hero when he's
Duncan Robinson.
Duncan
Yes.
Robinson.
So like they have a decent team, but like I just don't know what to make of them, especially with like Kyle Lowry. Like Kyle Lowry's old ass.
Yep.
Like,
So where did they finish?
8th. 8th.
Okay. I understand. Scott?
I have them as the 7th seed.
Okay.
Really, I don't like this team because Jimmy doesn't try.
Mhm.
You know, but it's such a perfect place for Jimmy because like he doesn't try till halfway through the season. So that's Miami. Their fans don't show up till halfway through the game. So
Nope.
same thing. Like the after the All-Star break, the Heat go on a tear.
Yep.
And then that's why it's always like, oh, the Heat are dangerous in the playoffs. It's because Jimmy doesn't try half the year.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the biggest issue. Like it falls on Duncan Robinson, Yaquez Jr., like those kind of those players.
The role players
and they
have to step up.
Yeah, and they do step up, but that's probably why the Heat kind of want to move away from Jimmy is because he takes up so much money and he plays some bullshit.
We just have breaking news from Ramon. Jason Tatum with the official first bucket of the NBA season.
Well, we know what his next tattoo is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown's going to get a tattoo of Jason Tatum scoring the first NBA bucket of.
Yeah.
It's going to be a picture of a giant calendar at the scoreboard that says 2-0 and Jason Tatum, however he scored it. How did he score it, Ramon?
Probably
Wait for
layup.
Ramon to post his answer.
Yeah,
His
but
answer.
I don't. The Heat are just like they're a playing team. They're an upper playing team that'll lose first round.
Sure.
Because they're going to end up playing like the Knicks or the Celtics and get blown out. But I think they move on from Jimmy in the next couple of years. Like they're not going to re-sign him.
No.
Well,
Especially
I'm
with
glad you said that because this is going to piss off a lot of people. I think Jimmy Butler in Miami is a ticking time bomb. The man's got I don't want to say he's got a poor attitude because he doesn't have a poor attitude, but I think he's getting tired. He's getting bored. Like, yeah, they sent him Terry Rozier, but that didn't accomplish anything. Tyler Hero's always hurt. They're just good enough to make the playoffs. And some of those years have been because they had to battle in a play-in tournament to get to the playoffs. And I think that's eventually going to take a toll on Jimmy. And he's either in the coming future. Again, we can't request trades anymore. The players cannot verbally say they demand to be traded anymore. But I do see within the next couple of years, maybe even this year, him going to the front office and say, "Hey, can you shop me around?"
Speaking of Jimmy Butler, apparently Miami is offering him a $113 million contract, and he's going to turn it down.
For how many years?
Because he said it's disrespectful.
Hold on. For 2 years?
No.
3 years?
Yes.
Okay.
A 2-year contract worth about $113 million, and he's going to turn it down and opt to be a free agent next year.
That's disrespectful. Are you kidding me? That's $50 million a year. That's $50+ million a year. Jimmy, think of how many fish tanks you could buy with that, buddy. Think how many bottles of what's the wine brand that he likes? Salsicha or whatever.
He's a coffee man.
I don't know.
He is a coffee man. He does have his own coffee brand, but he's also like Mark Wahlberg got him into this one brand of wine. I can't think of, but he's a big wine guy. I just watched some on YouTube about his house. The man's basement is insane. He's a big wine connoisseur. So, and funny, he has an outdoor tennis court that he's like, I don't even like tennis. And then he filled it with sand. And what's that? Did
you just watch Cribs on YouTube?
Well, it's cooler than Cribs. I don't know about that. Yeah, he had an outdoor tennis court. That he's like, I don't even like tennis. So I filled it with sand and made it a beach volleyball court. And he's like, but now I got into tennis. So I need to figure out where I need to put another tennis court. It's actually pretty entertaining. But all jokes aside, I do think that with Jimmy's lack of enthusiasm and kind of with Scott just said verbally saying that not that he doesn't want to be a part of the team, but that a $50 million offer sheet is disrespectful. I think that's in the best interest of the Miami Heat. To move on and look at their talents elsewhere. They did just get Kel Ware, who was one of the players that I wanted the Bulls to draft. So he was a big question mark to see what he would translate into the league. So I will be interested to see what Kel Ware produces this season. But I think that they're good enough to be the 8th seed again. Who knows? I think that they'll be good enough for the 8th seed with a hard fought playing battle again. And number 9. Well, let's take a vote. Do you guys want to do the Bulls now, or do you guys want to do the Bulls at the end? Because that's the team we know the most about.
Don't matter to me.
Well, you get a
We can do them now.
Let's do it now. We're doing it now.
Yeah, let's do it now.
All right, we're doing it now. The Chicago Bulls, who we know nothing about, finished with 39 wins, 4 games under 500 here. They fell 25 games behind the first place seed, but not like we ever were even going to sniff the first seed, only when they came into town to play us. But anyway, given all the moves we made, given all the injuries, drama with Zach LaVine, insert variable here, what do you think the Bulls are going to do this year?
Who do you want to start?
Whoever wants to answer first, I don't care.
Okay.
I'll start. So I'll start. So the Bulls are probably going to be the 9th seed again. I know I said like, whatever wins earlier in the stream and everything, but realism has hit me. And they're probably going to be around like 30 wins. I'll say like 30. I'll give them 35.
35. You're not going to give them 52 again?
Yeah, no, I'm not. The cloud has answer. I was high on Bonzo and shit when we started this, and I was feeling good about the Bulls. But yeah, no, I don't think they're gonna do much. I think they're gonna be just good enough to make the play-in again, and Jerry will be happy. It's gonna go the Jerry way. The Bulls are gonna do the Jerry thing.
Yeah,
and it's gonna suck.
Scott,
this team. Anywhere between 8 and 12. It really depends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're going to be. I split the difference and said 10 seed, but I think anywhere between 8 and 12. Because do they keep the team?
Right.
Do they make trades? I really think what's going to happen is Lonzo is going to turn into. He's not going to be Lonzo of old, but he's going to be a pretty good player. He's going to be getting 24, 25 minutes a game. And there's going to be a lot of contenders that are looking for a point guard that could come off the bench. And he would be perfect for it. So Lonzo, they're going to trade him. He's an expiring contract that you can trade to a contender.
Bro, I could see Lonzo going back to the Lakers.
I don't think the Lakers. He's going to probably go to somewhere in the West. I think. Like it's going to be. I don't even know, but someone's going to try to get him. I don't think he stays in the Bulls. If Zach LaVine turns into a team player, I think they try to move him, and I really think they try to move Vooch this year. So I think they blow it up. So if they blow it up, you're going to get a 12 seed. You're going to get 26 wins that they expect. If they keep him, maybe close to 500.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
So I have no idea. It's just what will happen.
Yeah.
Do they trade players? I don't think they're not a team that's going to go. I don't think they're going to go for it. I think they understand that this isn't working. We need to blow it up. But knowing this team,
I don't know.
Any sort of hope, they get excited and they're like, "Oh, let's go for it. Let's start bringing players in."
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that
8 and 12, who knows?
Yeah,
somewhere between there.
And you hit it right on that, because saying that if they go into rebuild mode, or not rebuild, but there's way too many variables for this team to even talk about playoff contention, because there's a lot of toss-ups. Is Vooch going to get moved? Is Vooch going to try? There's a toss-up. Zach LaVine, big toss-up. Is he going to be traded? Is he going to play well at the 3? Is he going to invest in the team? Will we move him? Who knows? Lonzo Ball, is he going to get hurt again? Is he going to get traded? I could see Lonzo Ball being in part of a 3-team trade and sending maybe Miami. You know what I mean? Not Atlanta, Utah. Utah is looking to move a couple players. I mean, they're trying to get rid of John Collins, and who knows? Maybe these players, not to go back to the Heat, but maybe these are the moves that Pat Riley is looking to do to keep Jimmy around. You know, he's coming off an expiring contract.
He might be good on the Bucks too. They might need a player off the bench.
Yeah.
What if they did a 3-team trade with Phoenix and Lonzo goes to the Suns?
I mean, who would we get in return?
Somewhere.
I don't know.
Just straight up.
Yeah, it was straight up for KD.
Straight swap with KD.
Sure.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. I mean, all joking aside, like,
no, we would
we
probably
do
get
have
like
way too many variables. We do. We have way too many variables to even talk about what is going to happen to this team and even push. My best guess is going to be the same guess that I say every year. The Bulls are going to be battling for that final play-in spot like they did last year and the year before that. And I think that we're going to mess around. We're going to finish a lot higher than we think. We're going to lose that draft pick all for the end of this season to be just blown up, like Scott said. That's my thing. Summary of this: if you're going to blow it up, blow it up. There's no shame of saying this ain't working, blowing it up. I think us as Bulls fans and Bulls fans around the world will say, listen, if this is it, this is it. Just do it now so that we can get back to having a direction. I just want this team to have a direction. And it looks like there's way too many. Oh, we could do this way. We could go that way. We could go that way. No, pick a direction. Go with it, dude. Like, are we going to build it? Are we going to keep Zach LaVine? If we're going to keep Zach LaVine, come out and say, Zach LaVine wants to stay. We're keeping him here. You know what I mean? Period. So
yeah,
I think 9th or 10th seed.
Yeah.
Freaking Scott's over there devilishly laughing, scratching the beard. I love it. Yeah, son.
The Bulls. Terrible.
The 10th seed, the team that we played in the play-in tournament to get in.
No one gives a fuck about the goddamn Hawks.
Oh,
whoa. Tim's gonna fight you.
Sorry.
All right. Spoiler alert. The 10th seed, the Hawks, winning 36 games, finishing 6 games below 500 and 28 games behind first place. They have the Trae Young. They have the Trae Young drama, and they just got they just picked up what is it? Who they get? Ricochet, number 1 overall pick.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Is that the guy? That's the guy from France or whatever?
Yeah, the first 2 picks were from France.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
Right.
Well, in Summer League he wasn't. In Summer League he was trash.
He only played.
What do you think?
Sorry, I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
He played 2 games and averaged like 16 points a game.
No. Who?
You're
There was
thinking of
some
Alex.
center.
Wait, are
Alex
you
Sarr.
thinking of
Sar.
Alex Sarr?
I'm thinking of Sar. I'm thinking
He's
of
on the
that's-
You
Wizards.
are correct.
He's on the Wizards.
All right, well, that team ain't doing shit
Okay.
either.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
We'll get to that later.
obviously.
So yeah, I like is Trae Young staying? Is he leaving? Like these are questions
no one knows.
I have. Yeah, so
Like Zach.
I think they're kind of in the same boat as us a little bit, like where like what are we really doing with our roster construction
Mhm.
and everything? I think they'll probably finish like 9th, 10th,
Yep.
maybe 8th, anywhere between those three numbers, just because they have so many questions up in the air. And I feel like 8, 9, 10.
Oh yeah, I'm like, okay. Trying to do
8,
that
9,
too.
10.
Do they move Trae Young?
That's the thing. Like if they move Trae Young, then obviously they're gonna go down in the standings. But like, does anyone really want Trae Young? Maybe I'm questioning it because I'm just a hater. I fucking hate
Someone
Trae Young.
wants Trae Young.
I'm sure there's teams out there looking for him.
I'm sure there, but he's just so small.
Yeah. He's
but
he's a
yeah,
Walmart.
I don't.
He's a Walmart Steph Curry, man.
Yeah, no, I know.
Or Harbor Freight.
yeah,
I think we called him Harbor Freight Steph Curry the other day.
Anywhere from 8, 9, 10th spot. I don't see them. They'll probably make the play in. Oh shit, they have Cody Zeller, guys.
Oh boy, first seed right there. What are you talking about, Dan?
No, they'll probably be the play in.
Okay, Scott.
I actually have them 9th. So one above the Bulls.
Okay.
It depends. Is Trae Young going to stay there?
Right.
That guy they drafted, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Bogdanovich is a really good player. So I think they'll
underrated.
Yeah.
Jalen
Jalen Johnson, the guy they got him a couple years ago, he's playing pretty well. Capella's a good player. They're basically us.
Yeah.
There's like,
yeah.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to insult them that way.
Yeah, there's no difference between us in the Hawks, except if we play the Hawks, we'll beat them. But they're both. It's just like it's so much unknown, and it's like, do we need to blow it up? So 9,
Okay.
anywhere between 9 and 12. Does that work?
Again, so here's the thing. I think that this year,
like,
this year, I think they.
They're always.
Scott Berman having technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. All right. For me, I'm with you guys. I don't see them. I don't even think. Here's the thing. I don't think anyone's expecting a lot of them. I think this is going to be a year that they see what Risa Shea's got. They did just trade DeJounte Murray, and by the sounds of them looking to shop Trae Young around, I sincerely think that that they're on the cusp of a rebuild, if not already got one foot in the door. So, I mean, wherever they finish, cool. You know what I mean? Scott frozen smiling. It's just so eerie.
Like half smiling while he's talking.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I do think they actually do move Trae Young this year. You got to think one of the beauties of the NBA season is teams go into like panic mode where they know they're there or almost there, and they just try to make the trade to get that one player that puts them over the edge. And I think that Atlanta's going to do exactly that. I think they're going to shop Trae Young around, and then I think they successfully do so. We got some comments in the chat here. What do we see here? It says a rebuild would suck because I don't think they're going to be hold on. I don't think the goons in the front office get it right. No, yeah, exactly.
The Bulls or Hawks?
I think both.
That's fair.
I think both.
Yeah, we'll just
Scott Berman, welcome back, Scott Berman.
Yeah, up here.
So yeah, more of the story is it's really hard to say where we expect the Atlanta Hawks to finish when they're not expecting any results. Like I said, getting rid of DeJounte Murray, and it looks like they're going to be in a rebuild mode. So, which is a shame because DeJounte Murray, I would have loved if he would have ended up here. But moving on to the Brooklyn Nets. Do we really need to spend that much time on the Brooklyn Nets?
I don't think so. Let's move on. Ben Simmons sucks. Let's go on.
They'll be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, basically.
Claxton and Cam Thomas deserve better. Killian Hayes should not be in the league. Why is he still in the league?
Yeah.
Dan, you're great.
Yeah. Ben Simmons is what Rip Hamilton.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Let's watch our language. There's kids in here. You got to say that swear word, Rip Hamilton.
Well, I'm just saying he just came in and stole money.
Okay, very true.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Chicago Rip. You're not talking about
Yeah.
Okay.
He came in. He doesn't try.
Well,
And that's our joke with the team. Let's move
how
on.
many games until Ben Simmons' back starts hurting and he's out for the rest of the season?
It doesn't matter. Who knows?
Who cares? They're gonna be last place. Moving on.
Yeah, who cares? Their owners just won the WNBA finals, so.
Oh yeah. Hey, shout out to the New York Liberty. Congratulations on being the 2024 WNBA champions.
Little sketchy, but congratulations.
Yeah, that was a good game, dude. That was
stealing that championship.
It came down to 2 free throws. That was ridiculous. It was good. And Brianna Stewart was missing those free throws. I sincerely thought she was going to miss one of them, but she didn't. So, number 12, the Toronto Raptors won 25 games last year. So basically, through your guys' predictions and the expert predictions, the Chicago Bulls are going to be the Toronto Raptors this year.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, we kind of hope so because the Toronto Raptors blew it up, and that's what we're expecting. Keep one player and then blow the rest of the team up. So,
but
there's no supporting cast there.
No,
there's Scotty Barnes, and that's it.
RJ Barrett.
There's only one player there.
They got Grady Dick.
No, you're not helping. Yeah. I think the big question for Detroit this year is
Raptors.
Can you build around Barnes?
Toronto.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, yeah. He said Pitt. I thought he said Detroit.
They got Garrett Temple.
Cool. Is that kind of like the Atlanta Hawks have Cody Zeller?
It sucks because I fully plan on buying a Raptors jersey this year because their city jerseys look fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like if they sell a Vince Carter like tribute jersey or whatever, maybe I'll opt out for that. Like I'll pay the extra fucking bullshit.
You know they will.
Or fuck it, I'll just get a Grady Dick one.
There you go.
Is Grady Dick gonna be like your Ben McLemore, where just that guy that you follow just to follow?
No, I just want a jersey that says Dick on the back.
All right. Right on.
I'll put it right next to my Kevin Love jersey.
Yeah.
Love Dick.
Yeah. Actually, you touched on it real quick. Like, if anyone hasn't seen the Toronto Raptors jerseys this year, like the City Edition
or City ones,
dude, look it up. It's probably by far one of the best jerseys I've ever seen. It's insane.
It's probably the best NBA jersey since Nike took over.
Yeah. And then also to add on to that, can we just all agree how terrible ours are?
All of them are terrible. They're terrible. Yeah. Nike is doing a dog shit job.
I can't wait for who gets is anyone getting who gets it after Nike? Is it Champion or
probably Fanatics or some shit, and it's going to be even worse.
Lululemon.
Yeah, Nike's they're making terrible jerseys. These city jerseys suck.
Yeah, they really do.
Here's a team that I honestly think, I mean, they're going to do better. They're not going to be a playoff team by any means, but like the Charlotte Hornets, they won 21 games last year. with Lonzo Ball, or I'm sorry, not Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball,
LaMelo.
being out a majority of the season, what do you guys think is the fate of the Charlotte Hornets?
Nothing. I think they need new ownership.
Okay. They just
I
got.
think they need to. Well, I think they need to like flip the front office. I think they need to get some vets in there because they have so many young players, and you can tell that those young players are in it just for the check, pretty much.
Sure.
Like they have some talent, and some players are actually like playing the game, but
Sure.
for the most part, they're just kids being kids.
I get that. It's a very good answer, Dan Gracie. Wow, very good.
So, sometimes
Don't
I can surprise
don't
people.
apologize. Don't apologize. Scott, what do you think of the Hornets?
I think they're gonna do better. I think I have them at the 11 seed.
Okay, I like that.
Brandon Miller is gonna turn into one of the best guards in the league.
Right.
He is really good.
He's a real deal.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
LaMelo Ball is going to play more. They do have Bulls legend Taj Gibson on the team now. So
Old man,
that's right.
Bulls
That's
legend.
old
I
man.
forgot that.
15 years in the league. Taj Gibson.
Fucking hey.
You know what's messed up is like we look at like Taj Gibson like he's been in the league, like since the league started. Like we think, man, he's an old man. But like LeBron James has been in the league 20 plus years, and it's like he doesn't feel like it, So
yeah.
Well, didn't Taj also like started like what his sophomore and junior year?
Yeah, he came out of college. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but they'll be okay. They're not. They might be shooting for a playing game.
I'm with you. I think that
that's like best case scenario for them.
I think they also make another trade to get a key player this year. They need to. They need to do something because I don't think LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller are going to be what it takes to get in.
Adding Grant Williams wasn't enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but losing PJ Washington. I mean, dude, PJ Washington, he was a big factor there in Dallas. I mean, come on, But moving on to the bottom of the barrel, the two teams that were battling for the worst record in NBA history, the Wizards and the Pistons. We'll start with the Wizards. This shouldn't take long.
Yeah, just keep moving. Let's just go talk about the Pistons.
Yeah, they got Valanciunas. They got what's his name, number 2, Alex Sarr. They got Jordan Poole. That's Dan's hero, Jordan Poole.
I've never said that ever in my life.
Do you add anything at all? They're going to be right there.
They're going to be the Wizards. Like they're going to be at the bottom of the barrel once again.
Sure.
Sucks to suck. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't really see them even trying. So.
I'm glad. Who's that? Oh my God, Denji. Is it Denny Edja or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
I'm glad he's gone.
Team anymore?
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad he got out.
Tim, welcome back. Hola. Go Sonic. Go Sonics indeed. Bring back the Sonics. And now the worst team. The absolutely worst team.
They do have one possible potential. They did pick up Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
He's a pretty underrated player. He's gonna get you 15, 16 points a game.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna put you over the hump or anything like that.
No, the Wizards might upset some teams, but you're gonna have some nights. You have Kyle Kuzma and Poole who just they'll like cross someone over and then just brick a dumbass three. And
did you see
happens so often? And I send videos of it to one of my coworkers who was he's a Warriors fan. So he was talking up Jordan Poole when he was on the Warriors, like, yeah, he's a pretty good player. He's gonna be good. And then I send him those videos. So he just sends me Kuzma videos back. It's great.
Did you see the Kuzma broke Ben Simmons' ankles and then just airballed a three?
Yeah.
Fucking just
airballed a three on the king of airballing threes.
Yeah.
Who knows? Gafford's still not on that team anymore, is he?
No,
Gafford
he's in Dallas,
He almost
son.
won a championship, actually.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Big Darren.
Who knows? Sar might actually turn out to be a decent player just because there's so much dog shit on that team, and he'll get chances. But the team's the bottom 3 of the league.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. I can't really talk too much shit because I was one of those persons that was like, when Jordan Poole left Golden State, especially after he had a pretty solid
Yeah.
run with them, I thought he was going to go to Washington and actually be pretty good. Not like
same.
stellar, but I thought he was going to be I didn't think he'd turn into the new JaVale McGee meme of the NBA.
No, yeah.
He turned into a clown, and that's no cap.
No,
We're bringing back Gen Z
Green
terms.
Jordan
Green
Poole
punching him
tricked the
ruined his
entire
life.
league.
Oh, Draymond Green punching him? Yeah.
Yeah, Draymond Green
Awesome.
punched him, ruined his whole career.
Let's just take a moment to admire that every single player that Draymond Green has attacked has gone on to have a terrible career. Jordan
Keep
Poole.
attacking, Draymond. Keep on
Jordan
attacking.
Poole went to Washington, became a clown. Klay Thompson had a terrible season, and
What do you
moved.
do to Clay?
They were like arguing, and they did not have good chemistry at all. They like hated each other. KD went to KD had KD season. I guess I can't say, but then like Steven Adams goes to Memphis and is injured the entire season. Coincidence? I think not. Scott, your second team, the Detroit Pistons, were the absolute worst team in the history of this game. Of this game. I know they're going to win more than 14 games. Where do you see them finishing?
I have them 13.
13. Okay, so one bet, so 2 bet.
Yeah, I think they're going to win like 20, 25 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
They may actually be better. Who knows? They may surprise some players. They're finally putting together like bringing veterans in, which they never did.
Sure.
But bringing in, I know Harris was kind of an idiot on the Sixers, but I think he'll be a good addition. Beasley, Hardaway Jr., I think those are some good solid scores. They got rid of Killian Hayes, who was starting, who should not be in the league.
Right.
So I think they're going to be they're going to definitely be better than they were last year.
Yeah.
Who knows? They have some really good young players. Duran and Stewart.
Yep.
Are really good. I really hope the Pistons. I've been hoping for the Pistons to be a good team since they got Cade.
Yeah. I'm rooting for them, dude.
Same.
I like everybody on that team. Like Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren. Like, dude, Jalen Duren, if he was on another team, like his talents would be up there with some of the solid centers in the league. Dude's solid. I mean, and then one of the Thompson guy, they got the Thompson kid. Dude, they got a good team.
Yeah, they have a very, very solid team.
And they drafted Hollins out of the Ignite. That kid's going to be good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think his only Achilles heel is like right away. He's going to be very raw because I think he's the youngest player right now. Is he like 19 years old? He's super young.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. They fired their coach, right, too? Byron Scott.
I don't know.
Is it Byron Scott?
Did they?
I think so. I think you got it. If you're the worst team in NBA history, you kind of you have to.
There's kind of an obligation to fire your coach.
Right? Like
What do you think of the Pistons, Dan?
I think they're gonna go up, like Scott said. Scott, you said 12?
I had them 13th. They're going to be Raptors.
I'm gonna put them
one of
at
those
12
two.
because I think they're gonna upset some teams. I think, especially, I could see them being good, like right out the gate. Like get that hot start, and then like plateau
All over
into
the place.
yeah.
I'm with you guys. I think that they're going to do slightly better than last year because Well, you can't really get any worse. I mean,
it would be hard. Like, what are you gonna do? Win or lose all of the games now?
yeah, you can't really lose them all. But
And then
yeah,
get like the third pick.
but I will say that they do have a more promising future than people think. Like they got a lot
Yeah.
of good talent there. If they bring in, I say they're 1 or 2 players away from being a pretty solid team. I wouldn't say great, but a relevant team. They're
Mhm.
1 player away from being the Atlanta Hawks. I'll say that. They're right
There you go.
there. You go.
By the way, their
That's
coach
fair.
is Bickerstaff. He was the Cavs coach for the last 4 years.
Bernie?
Okay.
JB.
JB, yeah.
Bickerstaff.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Eastern Conference, fellas. And now that we have broken down all of the teams, East and West, we move on to my favorite category, and that is who's going to win those awards at the end of the year. We don't
We're
have
doing
to
awards right now too.
just predictions. And I want the chat to also chime in with this one. I want to see what they think. Give me MVP, Rookie of the Year, 6-man, Most Improved, and Defensive Player. And then we'll do the championship after that. Chad, if you're following along, chime in. Give me your picks for the awards. So we'll do MVP last. So who wins Defensive Player of the Year?
Probably gonna be fucking Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
I wanted-
Victor
okay,
Wembanyama.
It
Victor
would probably be
Wembanyama.
Victor. Oh yeah, I forgot. Victor is
Just-
eligible for all this shit now.
Yep.
Yeah, just how many
Yeah.
block he gets so many blocks a game. The kid, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't shoot on him
It's-
anywhere.
It's gonna be Wemby.
I'm going to say this is a bold prediction. I'm just saying it by the seat of my pants right now. I'm going to say that Miles Turner wins Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
That's
Just
fair.
saying. Most Improved Player of the Year.
I think Tim Scott
Tyrese
already said it's
Maxey.
gonna. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey.
He's gonna do 5 more points. He's gonna all-star, probably for first team All NBA or something like that.
Okay.
No,
And
but
then-
most improved.
Maybe Kobe this year actually. If he averages like if he's
It's going to
averaging
be
20,
hard because he had a great
If
season
he-
last
You know,
if he's
I do
averaging
have a
20
good
though.
answer.
year.
Jonathan
Who'd you
Kuminga.
Kuminga. Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good
Yeah.
pick. Dan?
Oh, Kobe.
All right, Kobe. The Most Improved Player this year, this is the way early prediction, Jaden Ivey.
I can see
Okay.
that. He didn't get his chance in Detroit, and with that,
You know
idiot
what?
He's out of there.
I'm gonna say Pablo
Paulo.
Pablo
or Paulo. Sorry, I always call him Pablo.
Bancaro. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can get I suppose, but
Why couldn't you?
that's very true. No, like I started. I did. Okay, yeah. Actually, great pick. 6-man of the year.
I have no idea. KCP.
I like that. It's pretty solid. Scott.
I think it's still between like Monk or Nas Reed. So
Good answer.
I'm going to say Nas Reed.
He's going to win back-to-back 6-mans.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say very, very, very bold prediction. I'm going to say 6-man of the year will be Ayo Dosunmu.
I would love that.
Yeah, same.
Ayo Dosunmu. And now the moment everyone's been waiting for. Who wins the NBA MVP?
Luka.
I'm gonna.
Luka should have won it last year.
Yeah.
It's Luca.
Luka? All right.
Yeah.
Dan?
It's either gonna be Luca or I can see them doing some bullshit and just giving it to Wemby.
Yeah. Or giving it to LeBron?
No, they wouldn't.
I don't
give it
think
to
it's gonna go to LeBron.
No. All right, look at that. Yeah. We got some answers here. So Ramon, shout out Ramon. If I can move the clicker over to you. How old do I sound? Clicker. Jeez, what am I, like
I can
60?
move this.
Ramon thinks Lonzo Ball's 6 man. That was the guy, honestly, that was the guy that I was going to say before Io, because honestly, what better of a 6 man than the guy who just like had a career ending injury and comes back? Like, he may even make a case for most improved player. Like, I can see Lonzo winning some hardware this year. And then Luka for MVP. All three of us are kind of in agreement that.
No, I think your only other one, Shea, is probably
Shea.
I always forget how great.
What about Anthony Edwards? Jalen Brunson.
I don't think Jalen Brunson.
I don't think it's Brunson.
Edwards could.
Okay.
I think you can make a case for Ant, but not Brunson.
Okay. Respectable. Yeah. And then finally, last question. Who wins the NBA championship?
Whoa, you're going to skip over rookie of the year?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who wins rookie of the year?
Bruce Ellis. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't think it's going to be Bruce Ellis.
Are you kidding? Don't kid. Be confident.
No, okay. So I legitimately do think like it could be Dalton, whatever his name is from the Lakers.
Dalton Connect. Okay. Yeah, I like that answer.
That kid is fucking sick.
I like that answer. Scott?
Yeah, I was gonna go. There's a couple players I'm looking at. I'm very interested how Zach Edey does.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I think he's gonna have a good chance to get a lot of minutes in for the Grizzlies, and I think he's going to be better than people think. But Dalton Connect is super underrated. He brought that Tennessee team pretty far. So I wanted the Bulls to draft him. He's a shooter. He could score.
That's something we need.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, fellas. I'll be right back.
You're gonna leave right at the very
You're gonna leave right at the end. This guy, he needs to poop.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Who do you think he's gonna say?
For him, he's probably gonna say I don't know, like Reed Shepherd or someone like that. The kid out of the first overall pick, the guy
what Reed
the Hawks got, I think he's going to be pretty good. This, like everybody talks about, this draft class is going to be terrible. I think it's actually going to be clay class. Like
after watching Summer League, I think it was an underrated draft class. If anything,
I don't think it's going to be it's underrated, but it's
I'm not saying like it's
as
like
bad as it.
That's all. Yeah.
Duty calls, man.
Like people were shitting on this draft class, and I think it's not as bad. That's why I think it's underrated.
Yeah,
this draft class.
Yeah. There's going to be some good role players coming out of this draft class.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Like I don't know if anybody's going to become a star, but
you're missing one person that is.
If you say Donovan Klingon, I'm gonna
no. Well, your internet may decide that for you, but. Yeah. No, dude, Buzelis.
That's what Dan said.
I think if anyone is set up to be a star in this draft class, it will be Buzelis.
I don't think he's going to get enough minutes. That's going to be the issue.
That's the only thing.
Oh, no, not this year. I'm saying as a whole, if anybody in this draft class is set. Chat, let me know what you think. Who in this draft class has the opportunity to be a star? And I don't think there's anyone over Buzelis. The kid blocked Zach Edey and stared him down. The kid's got like sky high confidence. And this is coming from a guy who, not that I didn't want him. I don't want people to think I didn't want him. I just didn't know enough about him. And I really wanted Donovan Klingon. But I think if anyone's got a chance to be. Okay. What's going on, Ramon? What do you,
hi, James.
Ramon, you lost
get out of the chat. You're done.
Ramon, you lost me there, buddy. But who knows? They may mess around and give him Rookie of the Year. Why not? Some Adam Silver shit right there. But that's it. That's all the awards. Fellas, we have completed our second live stream. And chat, let us know. Do you like the live chat, or do you want to see more of it? We were thinking of experimenting with some in-game stuff. So just to give you like a little reaction, let us know what you want. We're here for you. But it's that time, closing statements. Dan Gracie, you're sitting there all weird, all just involved.
I'm laid back and everything right now. I'm sleepy, guys. I've been up since 3:20.
Q wants us to stay going live, so since Q is the man, I think we give the man what he wants.
Good. I'd rather stay alive too. Thank you, Q.
Thank you. With Q, come on, man. The next live, you got to jump on, bro. The live is great. Thank you, Ramon.
You're just trying to stay in the chat, Ramon, because you're Bronny James bullshit. Get out of
he
here.
probably, I guarantee you, he thoroughly thinks that Bronny's not going to be a star. So,
Yeah, I know.
Scott, what do you got? Closing statements.
The Knicks are getting absolutely shit on. They're down 19 points right now.
The Knicks are?
Yeah, the Knicks, it's 54-35.
At halftime?
No, it's in the second right now.
Oh, there's still plenty of time.
Yeah, but they're shooting. They're just getting destroyed. No one can shoot on the Knicks. So
Yeah,
oh my God.
that's fun.
It's still the
Season's
first.
over, Sal.
I mean, it's,
the Knicks are going to lose.
First game of the season. The Celtics probably are all high because they got their rings and everything. You know,
I told you that because I picked Jalen Brunson for my fantasy team, that he's going to lay an absolute nugget today. So,
Jalen Brunson is the only person that's actually doing well in the Knicks.
What has he got?
He has 12 points.
Hey, man. Josh Hart has 5 points.
Cool.
Yeah. Karl Anthony Towns has 6 points.
Who's this Miles McBride guy?
Q, next one you're coming on, buddy, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, we've been meaning to do a Q where we're fully staffed for a long time now. Like it's long overdue. Every time that Q's on it, you guys are always busy, which I understand. But I think all three of us with Q is going to be a great show. So, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us. For those of you who've been watching from the beginning, I appreciate you taking 2 hours and 21 minutes out of your day to spend some time with three guys who love talking about basketball. If you like this stream and want to see more of it, head over to our YouTube page, give us a sub, follow us on all our socials. I really do enjoy putting out content for you. Follow us on TikTok. I'm slowly starting to get the hang of TikTok. I'm not Gen Z.
We're all in our 30s, man. We're all in our 30s.
Yeah. Like, dude, okay, real quick. I don't want to take any more of the people's time, but like, I know like Gen Z people who can like get tens of thousands of views on TikTok by posting like non-relevant shit. And like, I put together like a video that like I'm super proud of. It's like the best video I've ever made. I throw it up on TikTok and it's getting like dozens of views. Like, if anyone knows the secret to TikTok, feel free, let me know, because I'm hurting over here.
I'm
an old man.
Isn't it all about the trends for TikTok?
I
don't know. Dude. I'm old, so I don't know. I'm old for the internet.
Yeah. Remember when you were a kid and like your parents looked at you and said, "Hey, fix this technological problem for me," and you look like a genius. Like, oh, you just push this, and there you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my in-laws now do that now.
Yeah, that's me now.
Because I work in IT, they think I can do everything. That's not true.
Q said, "Be a 23-year-old girl that can do facts." I can say facts, right? Yeah, that's all it is dancing to the latest K-pop.
T-Swift song.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever's hip. We might be turning this into the TikTok Sal Bass dancing to K-pop songs. Why not? Whatever gets the views, whatever gives the people what they want. Anyway, yeah, give us a sub. We appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really do like the lives. It's really fun interacting with all you, and you guys are a tremendous audience. We can't thank you enough. We will be recording a special edition of the Horns Over Hoops podcast. Can I spoil it for them or no?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So we are going to be collaborating with another podcast and doing a show centered around Space Jam.
I'm sorry.
We're wondering why it was so good that it never got a sequel.
Yeah. They really should one of these days make a sequel.
Yeah, they should. Like, Michael's still around. I mean,
no, they should not do it with Michael. You know who they should do it with? They should do it with Ant. because that guy.
Oh my
is so
God.
funny.
Yeah.
I would love it if they did it with it.
Yeah. Plot twist. They do it with Bronny James.
I mean, it.
No. He
If
was
you
already
think about it,
Yeah.
Ant is Michael Jordan's son, right? That's the
Okay,
the,
allegedly.
Yeah.
the
And
whole
so was
thing.
Jimmy
That's
Butler.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Jimmy's
Was
not.
any, do you guys
Jimmy's
know
not.
about the Jimmy Butler being
Yeah.
Mike's son
Yeah.
story?
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
is Mike's son, but
It's pretty much insert Anthony Edwards here, and it's the same story.
Yep.
Hey,
yeah,
man,
we're
you're the best
collaborating
basketball on
with
the player.
the Horse Girls. Go check them out. Horse Girls, if you want to learn about.
Horses?
No, it's they read like the Heartland series. It's
Okay.
I don't know
like
what
a
that is.
1990s like young adult like book about horses, and they also made a show that's on Netflix that's like 13 14 seasons.
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically, let's talk about these terrible books and then just talk about random shit. They're great.
It's a good cast, yeah. And it's your wife's cast, so.
Yeah. And then there's Tim's gonna be on there. He's gonna talk shit to you, Dan, because he's a Hawks fan.
Good. Come at me, Tim.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, so that's what's in store of the future. That and many other shorts to follow. I do post daily shorts, so if you're a fan of those, help us out. Give them a like, give them a follow, give them a share. Help this channel out and help us out. I don't know what else I can say to that. So
Yeah.
anyway, fellas, if you guys got nothing else, it's about 7:30. I think it's dinner time for me. So I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of that Knicks blowout, apparently. So from all of us here at the Horns Over Hoop Studio, happy NBA opening day. And Bulls play tomorrow against the Thunder.
They play New Orleans.
Oh, they play New Orleans, yeah. So get to see Zion and the gang. So go ahead and be sure to catch that game.
Yeah, good luck finding it. Good luck.
Yeah, if you can find it, watch it.
Yeah. If you can find it, watch it. Don't destroy your
Goddamn.
computer clicking on those sketchy links. Like this team is
There's
not.
just a couple pop-ups. It's okay.
Just make sure you're running a VPN and your antivirus software and all that jazz is all up to date.
Yeah. So. All right, fellas. Thank you so much for being a part of our show today. We appreciate the audience very well. From all of us here at the Horns Over Hoop Studios, we encourage our Bulls fans and our Horniacs to see red and go Bulls. Good night, everybody. See you next time.